into the blog talk.
Yeah, so if I do, I do.
Hey,
All right.
everybody.
Hello, hello. Hey, tonight, Mama D actually made our intro video for George, our guest. Yes, she's such a good doobie because we were supposed to have Pam and Steve this week. However, the Gettysburg Bash did get canceled. So, we're not doing that. And, so George was
George.
kind enough to step in and fill in, which was wonderful. But I want to take this minute to rant
Yes.
about the shit that I'm going through right now. Right. With I ordered a thing from this company called coitem.com. Scam site, scam site, scam site. Okay. So I order it on a Tuesday. They tried to take my money and I used my PayPal balance like an idiot. Okay. So I'm
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. Four,
I'll have to tell you later
two,
more about it,
one.
but don't order from Coitem.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everybody. I am Gina B. She's Mama D. We're going to play a short little video introducing our guest tonight, George Schopplein, and we will be with him right when the video ends.
Good evening, everyone. It's me, Mama D, and Gina B, welcoming you to the Fox Den. We're here every week from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, our guest is George Schopplein. George has been actively investigating the paranormal for over 8 years. He has a revolving door of paranormal activity in his home for many years and has learned how to effectively help the spirits that have sought him out. George is clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant. He has had these abilities since childhood, but has ignored them. As an adult, he had a near-death experience, and it awoke and enhanced his abilities. Today, he continues to hone his abilities and obtains amazing results. He has been on Ghost Adventures, the Kennedy Mine episode, and is a big believer in para-unity and positivity. He describes himself as a paranormal warrior, a cancer survivor, a motivational warrior, a ghost adventurer, and a happy badass. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, everybody, and here he is.
Yay!
And I'm going to share this quickly to my Fox Den page, and there we go. Okay, now I can stop
I
that.
did it.
Oh, you already did it? Oh, you're such a good too, because I forgot all about it.
Well, I shared
Watching
mine.
the video.
Okay. Hi, Dave.
Hi, how you guys doing?
So-
How are you?
Awesome.
How'd you like the video, George?
That was actually a great intro. You know what? I want to just do it again and just watch it again. I was like, oh my God.
I'll send it to you.
That was actually really good. Okay, so everybody that's here, I have to say this. I know we talked about it beforehand. Let's just cut to the BS, guys, right? You guys promised me blue M&Ms in the green room.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, and
Mhm.
I said I told you guys, I don't like square ice cubes, and you guys gave me square ice cubes. I like the round ones with the little hole in the middle. It's kind of like a sprinkled donut, and it's really hard to find. But I'm gonna stick around anyways, even though you guys seem like give me my you can give me my blue M&Ms or my round ice cubes. So
Okay, well, hang on a sec.
You-
Let's
You're
clear
late.
this up, okay? Blue M&Ms, they were there
Yes.
20 minutes ago. We don't
they
know
are
what
not
happened to them.
there.
They're
we
not
don't
there now, but heck, we're talking about
today.
paranormal investigation, so you may get out your tools there and check what's happening in the green room. There might be some, ghosties that had your M&Ms. And did you not see all those puddles of water on the floor? Dude, your ice cubes melted because somebody was late.
Little bit upset about this. I'm trying to let it go. I'm all about positivity, and you're bringing me down, Mama D. You're
Okay, well
bringing me
then
down.
if that's it, okay, hang on a second. Let's get this.
No,
Let's clear this one up. Okay, I remember I used to do a show with George. Gina, I don't know if you knew this. I used to do a show with George on Wednesdays. It was Hump Day. It was our day. We was always getting over the hump. He was on a show last night with some young man named Joe.
I know.
Wait, what? John. Sorry, John.
Mama
Yeah,
D.
John.
Mhm.
John,
Yeah.
and he said that he was going to do a hump day show. He was going to hump John instead of be humping me. Now, just like, hello, there's a difference here.
What is that? What is that? That way you get demoted to the red M&Ms. You don't even get
There
the
you go.
It just
And-
went down.
And that man there needs a freaking haircut so bad. He could do a man bun. He could do it. Look at it. Look at all that hair back there.
this.
Jeez.
I've never had this much hair in my life. I mean, look, I know this right now because of the virus. We're all dealing with that right now from everything to everything. We just had another lockdown. Today's Thursday. California, in my area, we barbershops, gyms, all these restaurants, they're under quarantine again. We don't have any
the gyms are closed.
Everything's closed. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. And but you know what? On the flip side, though, you know, I try to think, okay, you know what? A lot of people have a lot worse. This is during the situation we're dealing with the virus right now. I should be just happy that I'm healthy and just go with it. But
I'm going to send Kara a bowl, and we'll give you a bowl haircut.
No, she wants. Okay, hold on. No, this is Gina. How are you doing, honey?
I'm good.
You know, here's good. This is my thing, guys. Carol wants to cut my hair, but I have people sometimes that time out. I have people that are actually like on Facebook that I admire, and they're all, no, keep your hair. You blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I just might keep the flips.
Well, try it.
Okay.
Try it. You know, I like longer hair. I like longer hair in a guy. Bob just finally went and finally got a really good haircut. He went to some sports place and he got a really good haircut. Left it longer on the top, like I always like. He always went to the barber down by the gas station, you know, and it always come back with little boy regular, and I don't like it. You know, and it's like never even. And then he's like, well, you can cut my hair. I cut hair. I cut my hair. You know what I mean? I used to cut hair. And
Karen cut my hair. She screwed up. She cut my hair really good, and she cut off the split ends about 2 months ago because we were under the quarantine, and it came back thicker. I'm like, girl, I'm looking. I don't mind my hair. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Shaving ball.
Enjoy it.
Well, we can't all have wonderful hair like Mama D's. I would still have that long hair. I used to have really long hair all through my younger days and into high school. Yeah. Always down past my ass, and they always said, "You'll never cut your hair. You'll never cut your hair." All my friends gathered up like $150, which was like a lot at the time, and they're like, "We dare you to cut your hair," and I was already ready to do it because I was so sick of it. So I cut it, to about here, and it's never gotten long again. You know, it just won't get long. I don't understand.
That is a really, I would take it a different direction, but this is a kid that we have children listening, so I'm going to leave that alone. And, but it's just.
George, just go bald.
No, I've done that. I've shaved my head once before. And then when I first started this paranormal thing and then I started like being on shows, everybody thought I was bald. Everybody thought I was bald.
No, not happy. I cut Lacey's hair. No, but Bob was like, I'm like, no, Bob, go get your hair cut. I just, I'm out of practice. I really am, and I don't have.
That's why you have a man with long hair.
Well, his hair is really coarse. My hair is really fine, so I can cut, with my scissors just fine, my shears. Right. But to cut his hair, it's something different. And then if I screwed it up, oh God, I'd never hear the end of it.
Well, us guys, you know what? Us guys, I mean,
there you go.
Guys are so vain. We're so vain. I mean, I hate to be I get pedicures. I you know what? I don't know. It's because I need one. I have two. No, we all need one right now. This is crazy. But I have two daughters and my wife, and I grew up around females all my life. So I got to like, hey, where'd you guys go? Oh, we have to get our nails done. We have to get our toes done. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going. And you know what? Any guy out there who's never had a pedicure before,
do it.
Boy, do it. It feels so good. It just.
I know. Like, and then you get the thing where they massage your calves and stuff, and they put that minty stuff on there. And then the hot towel.
Oh man, I know. It's so. And
then I get my foxes on my toes. It's awesome.
Oh, you know what? Let's end the show right now, man. Let's go get it done. I mean, that's
all right. I'm in. They're all closed though.
Oh shit. No, so let me just say this, because I do talk a lot, and you. I just have to say this about you both. I watch you guys. You guys are on every week. You guys are doing such a great job. I mean, seriously, you guys both marinate so perfectly when you guys do your shows. I mean, I see a lot of shows every week. Baby. Marinate. Marinate's a great word. But you guys marinate so well together. You guys work together so well because it's work. Can you imagine if I came on, hey, yeah, let's have George, that paranormal guy, whatever he is, and he's a talker. And then all of a sudden I come on and I'm like, hi, how are you?
Oh, God, I had that. Oh, my God. I haven't had that. I had to end like, by myself. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
well, I can yap. I can. But I mean, I had
Yeah.
this guy on one time and he was like supposed to be the manly man and how to attract a woman and this and that. He was like this mealy mouse kind of guy with a bow tie. I just don't know.
Great.
I don't like bow ties. But anyway,
No.
but he's
Me
like,
neither.
he's like, oh, don't worry. I can talk and blah, blah, blah. So I'd ask him a question. I get like a 1-2 answer,
Oh, nice. That
30
sucks,
answer.
man.
Oh my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And then I'm going, oh my
no.
God. So like in the first half hour, I think I must have asked him about 30 questions,
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it was nice having you on the show. Maybe we
you
spend some time. And
you're so funny. You're so funny. You know what? Being a paranormal investigator, I think I am, but it would be, it's like what you're telling me. It's like you want to ask questions, not like the yes no answers. Like, hey George,
Exactly.
Whatever, yes, and that's it. The problem with me is I don't know when to shut up.
I'll shut you up.
Good.
No, I don't. I don't know when to shut up because I'll talk. That's what gets.
If you see the fox,
See, that was so easy. Wait a minute. Did you see that? Did you see? Now he's quiet
did you
because
mute
you
him?
know what? Muted his ass.
It's jacked up. All right. Okay.
Mama's got control. She does control. But all in all seriousness, to everybody that is watching, okay, I know that I see like there's 10 comments up there. I haven't gotten them on there because I'm on the page with all the stuff to throw up on the screen, so I can't see the comments just yet. So, Mama, if there's something, put it up there. But George, you have been in the paranormal for a while. You do a lot of things in the paranormal. There's this number scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you're listening in Blog Talk, you can call 713-955-0384 or 818-431-8214. I got it right before it went. And you can ask George a question. Personally, we'll put you on the air with him, or you can throw it up in this chat room. Please go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, get all our notifications for all our shows, all that good, wonderful stuff. Yo, that's my answer. How you doing? How you doing, Mike? All right. So we are going to be talking about things paranormal tonight. And so since we're going to be doing that, we're going to do this first. We're going to put up the St. Michael prayer because we don't want no demons coming around here. This is a no demon zone. Right? So St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, and do thou, our Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who roam throughout the world, seeking ruin of souls. Okay? Amen. All right, so now that being said, okay.
But that could be half of our viewers. We got demons.
Out demons. Well, we got Mike Robichaud in the chat room, so there we go. We got a shaman that can get rid of the demons. And nice. Oh, damn, I gotta go. He said,
"We gotta go." Oh, damn, we gotta go, Mike.
That's funny. But no, you stay just in case we might need you because he sends in his angels and his force and his posse from distances. So
okay.
Anyway, okay,
posse.
So
okay,
his posse. Yes, his posse.
What I heard.
He's got a posse of angels and guardians.
That's not what I heard. That's okay. It's not what I heard.
What did you, Mama? No, stay north of the border. North.
Mind off.
I heard he sends in his prostitutes. Oh, sorry, Michael.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, Michael's gonna want his book back.
Right. He wrote this. Well, this is what he just put up here. Hey, Ruin of Souls. That's the book that's written about Michael by Joni Mahan. Ruin of Souls, which is an awesome book. All right, so George.
Yes, go ahead.
Get serious.
It says your child. All right. First of all, the video that you made, Mama, perfect. Love it. All right, great job.
Yeah.
Watching that video, I can relate. A lot of the shit we're like very similar. Not unlike a lot of other people in the paranormal. There's always something that happens that gets us closer. You had near death, I had near death. From then I could hear tones and, much closer to the realm, so that I can relate to. But what happened to you as a child?
Well, okay, so so as a child, when I grew up, I grew up in South San Francisco. We lived in a house, and I used to see back. I was probably like 7 years old, and I'd always see this man inside our home back in South San Francisco. I always saw him, never said anything because I was a young child, never ever said anything. So we moved out of that house, but from that day forward, I didn't see anything, or at least I assume I didn't see anything for a very, very long time. But what was going on with me when it really, the volume turned up for me as seeing and hearing and smelling and feeling and all that stuff that I didn't really understand was when I went through cancer. What really got me, and I wish that I could talk to somebody that went through the same thing I went through, is when I went through cancer, 19 years ago, coming up actually, I think next month, I went through my chemo, I went through radiation, I went through cancer. During my, I had squamous cell carcinoma, and what is that? It's actually a skin cancer that was built up on my side of my cheekbone, but I left it alone for such a long time. It actually scraped my glands. And so when I went in for surgery, the doctors, after they got done, it was like 8 hours of surgery, if I remember correctly. During that time, they gave me a year, 6 months to a year to live. They said, look, we don't know if we got everything because it was a hairline touch on your glands on the side of your neck. And if it hits your glands, then you got some real problems. So they really didn't know what was going on. So during that time, after radiation, I ended up having a couple of grand mal seizures. And the grand mal seizures, what happened was it did something to me where it actually brightened. I don't think I have abilities, or I don't think I have gifts, but I do believe that something turned on when I had the radiation done and the grand mal seizures, that the seizures opened something up to my mind. And it opened up like a doorway where I do see things now. I see so much that I don't even want to think about it. I mean, it's a light switch though. It's like one day I'll not see anything at all, but there might be a day I do see something, or I smell something that's like, well, what's that smell? And it just does, it smells like eggs. And it's kind of a weird smell.
Yep, I know that smell.
It's a weird smell. I can't explain it. But I do believe that, because of what I went through with, going through cancer and stuff, the grand mal seizures is what really opened up this door. And now
no doubt.
I do feel like that. The doctors, I went to the doctors, I talked to a lot of doctors, and they have no answers because grand mal seizures or any type of seizures are still unexplained. They're so unexplained. They really don't know what causes them sometimes. So I went through so much testing, and they were saying, oh, it was from this, it was from that. And, in a long story short, I hope, is I ended up having this light switch turn on, and I wasn't able to say anything to anybody. I couldn't say nothing to my mom and dad. Reason being is because I come from a Catholic family. I couldn't say anything to Kara, my wife, because what do I tell her? Hey, I'm seeing things. And you're lying. Who do you really tell? So, during that time, I just started seeing things, and it just, now it's gotten to a point now where I use it now to enjoy the paranormal. I never knew about paranormal. I was never into ghosts, and I watched Scooby-Doo. I'd watch some scary shows, but I never really got into it. But then we went on our first investigation at a cemetery, and I was seeing things that I couldn't explain. The one thing that sticks in my head, probably about 10 years ago, Kara and I were driving in her car, and we were going down the street. She was driving. Like, I don't like Kara driving. Kara's a really bad driver. So we're driving down the street.
Sorry,
Bleep. Sorry. No, she's a bad driver. So we're driving down the street. Now, hopefully this is okay. I'm going a little bit off track. But what really was the day that it really, Kara where it really was brought to Kara's attention was when we were driving down this little street, and it was a neighborhood of kids. I actually told her there was this boy on a bicycle, and I yelled at her. I go, hey, I'm not going to yell because I'm very loud already. I yelled and I said, stop. You're going to hit that kid. And she kept on driving, and there was no child there. There was absolutely no child there. And I could tell you that he was on a bicycle. She drove past. There's nobody, no, there's cars, but there was no kids in between cars. It was just, that was the day where, like, if I remember correctly, it was the fact that was the day she goes, what is going on with you? What did you see? And I started explaining to her what I see. And I opened up to her, cried, and it's not, it's a situation where, you know what, it's beautiful to me now because I can control it, I think. But back then it was very
Yep.
scary because
Yep.
it was scary to me.
Yep,
Very
I
scary.
understand. I completely understand. You know, when it first started happening with me, I mean, I was always interested in this whole field from childhood. You know,
Right.
a friend of mine, we used to try to connect. You know, we'd watch the ESP shows and all those things, and you know, Gary
Sure.
Collins, all those things, and we'd go home and try to connect and stuff. And we actually ended up doing that. You know, but
Right.
yeah, I saw stuff. My grandmother came to me when she passed away. My grandfather came to me when he passed away. Said, "They're grabbing my feet. They're grabbing my feet." He stuttered. He was old Italian, little short Italian. He stuttered,
Okay.
you know, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Grabbing my feet," you know. And I'm like, I tell my mother this. I'm a kid, you know, and she said,
Right.
"Oh my God, you know, that's her dad." You know, she said he would be laying in bed and say that things are coming to grab his feet and pulling his blankets off and stuff. So that's what they
Wow.
were, you know, saying to me. And all I could think of was that movie Ghost with those things that were coming to grab you. And I'm going, oh, I
Oh
wonder
yeah.
who was trying to grab him, you know? But, you know, but he said that. And then my grandmother, I could see her talking, but I couldn't hear her. Like her lips were moving, but I couldn't hear her. And she was in my
Wow.
bedroom. And she came to me and my cousin Luann. But, you know, it's like you accept these things. But, you know, then I go into a profession, you know, like interior designer, you know, and of course
Right.
you start ripping things apart. You got shit going on all around you all the time. You're in it, you know what I mean. So it's like, all right, but you know, it's not accepted in that field, so you don't do it. But then I had my
No.
near-death experience, and then you really start to the point where you can't ignore this shit anymore because they don't let you.
Well,
You know,
that was, you know, there's only, you know, I've done okay, so when I say this, please don't take this wrong. Don't take it wrong by me just saying this because this is the only way how I know how to explain it. I've done a few shows like this. There's only a few shows I feel comfortable opening up to. So I'm about to open up to you. I think Mama D already knows because we did a show together, and I think I said during my near death experience was this. Is during when a doctor tells you have 6 months to a year to live, I tried to take my life. Now I would definitely not recommend. I don't like talking about suicide. It's nothing that something should be talked about. But you know, at the same time, that was I was right there. I was right there. What I did to myself. I won't say it. What I did, it was just not good. But when someone tells you have 6 months to a year to live, you just start adjusting. You start adjusting. You're getting ready to die, and that's where everything started. Again, you know, I'm jumping around, but that's where things started opening up for me because I'm thinking, I'm just getting ready to die. They're telling me a year. Since when are doctors wrong? And they were wrong. And you know, they were wrong.
well, of course, but then you get told that, you're definitely going to go into that. You're going to go into a tailspin. You're going to be like, well, what the hell? You know, I'd be like hooping it up. You know, I'd be like, okay, I'm booking a cruise. I'm spending money. I'm going to go crazy for a little while. And then I'll get sunk into my depression.
No, and I went through a very hard depression. It was really tough. But you know, it was a tough situation. But you know what? There's a reason why I remember when I did what I did, and I do remember a voice, and I do believe it was my grandfather to this day. That my grandfather visited me that during that situation, and if I remember correctly, I know I told Kara only, and I've never really repeated this, but I think he said to me, "You're not going anywhere." And I remember that was said, and that was now, you know, going on. It's gonna be 19 years. So you know, when a doctor tells you have this, and you're gonna, you know, go have fun, like you said, for 6-8 year, that we don't know, go enjoy yourself. And now 19 years later, I'm more healthier than I've ever been at my age. You know,
Awesome.
I'm just glad I'm still here.
Well,
and now,
okay, now here it is. You're here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I should have been dead many times, you know, honestly, because I had, you know, drugs, alcohol abuse, all kinds of shit in my life, ups, downs, homeless. I've been the wealthiest of wealthy and the poorest of poor. Jail, you name it, I've done it. I've been there. I understand, you know, and the highs and lows and that depression, you know, I wanted to do that. Wanted to do that a couple times this freaking week. All right.
Like, I saw your post.
I'm done. I'm like, I quit, you know, but it's easy to get there, but you always got to remember that this too shall pass, you know. And it does. And then you get people like you sent me a nice message, and thank you very much for sending that. It was just like, you know, I got good friends. I got some really good messages from good friends, and I appreciate everybody that messaged me when I said I quit. But it was just like, you know, you just get to that point where like, all right, I just had enough. Done.
So yeah, when I saw you say I quit, I'm thinking, okay, bull crap. I'm gonna go ahead and just message her. She doesn't know me, but I'm gonna message her and say, you're not going anywhere. You have a
my
job to
shape
do.
is 73.
Yeah, you got a job to do, man. So it was like, yeah. So no, we all go. We always look. I try not to look. Nothing's scripted. I don't write things down, but I do believe that there's a reason, like you said, there's a reason why we're all here. From Mama D to Gina to myself and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of other people. There's a reason for this, and we just got to search and find it. And I said something today. I posted something today. If I mean this, and if people would just love life, life will love you back. And that's all you need to do to get through your days. And I know it sounds really weird to say. I say a lot of weird shit, but it's one day, whatever I say, each day I say something different. One day it's going to hit somebody, and it's going to hit them where they needed to hear these words. And I do believe today was, I try to walk every day positive. It's tough, but like I said today, just these people are going. I had people message me this morning. They're going through some stuff with this virus, and they're really blah blah blah. And I just said, just love life, and life will find you and will love you back. And that's all you have to do is just love life.
Yeah, and if you can't, what you gotta do too is like the best thing in the world for people to do, especially like in these times when you're so depressed and everyone's like hurting for money and all these events that we're all supposed to be going to, like the bash that got canceled. We're excited to go there, see all our friends and everything in the paranormal community, and support everybody. But it got canceled. I mean, we're all going through all this shit. And it's real easy to fall into this depression. The best thing to do, talk to good friends. That's always one. But write. Make a gratitude list. If all else fails, make a gratitude list. Grateful to be alive. I'm still breathing. I'm still walking. I'm still talking. We can still investigate.
Absolutely. And Facebook right now is probably the greatest thing right now because everybody is dealing with the same exact so-called emotions with this virus or whatever it may be. So there's a lot of people you could turn to. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going through the same thing. So that's one thing for sure is none of us are not just dealing with this alone. We're all dealing with together. And it's I'm not trying to be like Hallmarky. I'm not trying to find the right things to say. But I'm just saying that we're all dealing with the same stuff right now. And we're gonna get by. It's just a matter of time.
Spread your money.
Yeah, hopefully this will be over soon. I would appreciate that.
Me too.
All right, so no one is called in, y'all chickens. You don't want to call in, but but there's some stuff.
I have to point something out. George, Ashley. Okay, you had a little conversation with her daughter Mila for Christmas. Okay, well, she commented in the chat room, why did George just have just George? Why is that just? So I I fixed your name.
What'd you put down? George,
a.k.a. Sprinkles, E-A-K-G.
I love that name, but I wasn't sure. But I still eat my sprinkle donuts, man. I still throw those babies down. I mean, it is. I don't mind.
All right, you're killing your microphone. But
sorry.
Yeah. Scott, this too will pass. Yes, it will. And Darlene makes this good point. Spirits don't get COVID. See, investigating is still the way to go.
Right.
Yeah, they don't get COVID. But I mean, it's you still got to respect everybody in their places and whatnot. What was this with David's thing here? Wait a minute. I want to read this. The first house I lived in had footprints on the bedroom ceiling. I dreamt I fell out of the top bunk, hit the floor, looked under the bed, and a set of cat-like eyes pounced towards me. I woke up. My younger brother had the same dream. So maybe it wasn't a dream.
Yeah, maybe it was like real. I mean,
right?
Sometimes you get the, like what you just saying. It's like some people will reach out. Like, what do you think it is? There's unless you're there, you really don't know. Does that make sense? I mean, I'd want to. That's a neat situation that he went through. I would love to see what happened, but it sounds like it was something that really happened. It wasn't a dream.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, if the two of you did it, I mean, there's things that people can join their dreams, I guess. But I would say probably wasn't a dream. And if you remember it, and you both remember it, probably wasn't a dream.
Right, exactly.
I remember stuff. I remember stuff from a kid, as a kid, and sticks with me. But Hey, let's get into. Hold on a second. I got some clips of yours here, and then I got a clip. I'm going to play. I made a little movie because you sent me 4 video clips. I put them all together on one thing, on one little reel. So they're all going to play simultaneously. And then I'm going to play one of mine that happened at the Houghton, which is almost like what you had going on in one of yours. So then you can explain. All right, I'm going to unmute. I'm going to try to unmute your mic so you can talk while this is going on and explain what these are. All right.
Love to.
All right. Can you talk?
Hello? Can you hear me?
All right. Yep. We can hear you. All right. So that mist formed next to you. What is this?
I don't see anything.
Oh, you're not seeing the video?
I don't see it. No, I don't see the video.
Oh. Wow. Well, there was a mist that formed next to you, and now you're standing in a room, and it's like a bunch of things there.
I'm trying to think which one it is. Is it something floating?
The first one was something floating. The second one, I think she said it was something slow motion elevator, something lady and something. I don't know, but they were really creepy things. But the one thing that was floating down.
That was actually, we slowed that down clip to clip, and it's a face. You can actually see the hairline. If you see the hairline, if it's the one I'm thinking about, it's the one that I'm in front of the camera, and when it's floating down, if I could try to react it's floating down. You can actually, as it's floating down, you can see the hairline and the face and the hairline. It ends at the very end of, if it's the same one I'm thinking of, at the end, you can't pick it up. We saw it. It's actually ponytails. It's actually a lady. And in that room itself, this was at the Union Hotel, I'm pretty sure, just recently. And it was actually where a lady she committed suicide in that room.
Wow. And then I think, again, you're in the same room at the end. The last clip I put, yeah, there's like a different angle of that clip. But this is Houghton Mansion. Can you see this one?
I don't see any, not at all.
No, that's really crazy. But this is a thing floating down. This was
on the phone. There's a delay.
Oh, that's weird. Well, that's weird. But there was a thing that floated down, and it just almost like what you had there. And I had the same thing happen, almost looked the same type of a floating image at Hillview. Following me.
I would love to see it. I wish I could see it, because I would.
I'll send them to you after. Well, if you watch the show,
we can do, Gina. There you go. Also, Gina, if you want, we can put the link into the Fox and into the show. After the show is done, we can put the video in the link in the conversations.
Oh yeah.
That's
no doubt. Yeah. I mean, all my things have been posted on my pages from, a long time ago. And, shoot. So that means if I put up my apparitions walking, you're not even going to see it.
No, I don't see anything.
That's crazy.
What a bummer.
So play them, and then George will just have to go back and watch.
Yep. So this here is, this is a 1 minute clip of like an actual 15-minute clip of apparitions walking on the thermal. And you can see them walking back and forth. And it was a sunken basketball court, and they were coming out to play basketball, and we were in there. And there's a spirit box playing in the background, but absolutely nothing came over the spirit box. But you see all the apparitions walking around.
Wow.
Yeah, and then one up above.
I'm going to take myself inside. It's getting too hot out here. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, hang on a second. 1 second. I do apologize. There we go.
It's okay. We still love you.
There you go. It's a little bit better. It's getting hot out there. It was like, oh my gosh, it's like 90 degrees. Sorry about that, ladies.
Oh yeah.
No, too bad I couldn't see that. I would love to see that. That would just be. Hopefully the one that you're clipping, the one that was sent to you, was the one of that face floating down or coming out. Yeah, that was just really cool. When we found that, it was just unreal. But if you say you have one just similar to that, that would be actually cool validation when it comes to paranormal activity.
I have two. I have two because I have one at Hillview, and it looks like the same thing. It almost looks like a dot with a mist, like connecting it, but you can see things in it, and it
that would
actually
be so
followed.
cool.
It came through the ceiling, came down, and then the one at Hillview followed me down the hallway. You know, it was really
wow.
crazy. But you've got some EVPs here, and I have to say, I listened to one that was on your page, and you were saying it sounded like the name was like Kara or something like that. You were saying, oh, it sounds like this. To me, it sounded like Caleb. You were asking a name, and to me, it sounded like it was saying Caleb, but it was really neat. And I have two here that Kara sent,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know if you'll be able to hear them and say what they're saying, right? So
I need to hear them. I would love to hear them.
000 by myself. Name of your cat.
So there's one, and this is the second.
Okay, so that.
Can you tell me the name of your cat, please?
Hold on, let it finish.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I gotta say, I don't hear the name on the cat. And what was the first one?
Okay, so the first one was when I was leaving the elevator. When the elevator opened up, as it's opening up, you hear a female say, "Don't leave," because I was in the elevator getting off on I think the third floor or second floor, and as I was going out of the elevator, if you listen at the very end, you can actually hear it saying, or her saying, it's a girl, it's a female voice saying, "Don't leave," and that was. If you go try that again, I can kind of say now. You know, I don't know if it'll.
Yep.
I don't want to block the sound.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
000 by myself.
It opens up.
Name of
You
your
can hear
cat.
that girl. It actually says
Yeah.
"Come back."
All right, I heard the girl. I
Can you
thought
tell
there
me
was
the name of your cat, please?
someone else in there.
No, it was just me. I'm the only one in the elevator. It actually said "Come back."
Oh, okay. And the cat?
And the cat, if I remember, that's the one that you hear the purring.
All right.
There's no cat in the room, and
Right,
when
okay.
you can actually hear the purring.
All right, because I'm going. I didn't get a cat name, but I heard that noise, so I was like, "Is
Yeah.
it the cat making sound?" You know, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty.
It
cool.
was different, you know, because we were talking about the cat. Okay, so when paranormal, as you know already, is paranormal investigating has a lot to do with connection. If you know, before you go to investigation, sometimes people can feel a connection to the property or the location before they go. I had no idea before we went that there was even a cat involved. So I wrote it down. I told Kara about it. I go, you know, she had a cat. Nobody's ever documented that there's a cat in that room or she had a cat. And what gave us validation that we picked up on that 24 hours prior was when I was talking about the cat. I was laying on top of the bed on my back, I think. And as I'm talking about the cat, we get this purring sound, like the cat was there. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it's
Listen to this one, right? At that place with the Houghton Mansion, the clip that I put up, the thing coming through the ceiling, right beneath that, I was in the basement and I was down there by myself, right, with the camera and everything, and I'm filming, looking for a stupid ghost cat, right? So I'm like down there filming, and you know, it was punchy, we were getting punchy, it was the end of the night and stuff, you know, so we had a lot of fun. That was my Staten Island team. We used to have tons of fun. And you know, the older guy, Frank, was coming down the stairs because one of the feeds was coming loose on the other side of the basement of the camera, so he was going to fix it. So I hear him coming down the stairs, right? And I'm like, who is that? I don't know what I do. Something like, who's that coming down the stairs, right? And I was just like being like really goofy.
right.
Freaking EVP right in my ear, because I have like, you know, the digi is right there next to me. I have one over down by the other end and one right next to me. Freaking right in my ear going, it's that man.
In your
I heard it and it was right in my digi, right in my ear. And I was just like, and I'm down there by myself, you know, and I'm just like, okay.
You know, I get scared all the time. You know, I'm a big giant wuss. I love paranormal investigating, but I get scared, man. When I'm scared, I do. Because I just don't. Because I mean, I'm more afraid of the human like people. I'm more afraid of people than I am the paranormal. It's just, to me, I just get so worked up. I mean, I get so worked up. I mean, I'm always not on edge, but I'm a very hyper person. And no, I don't, can you believe that? But I'm very jumpy. Yeah. When I investigate, I have energy that just will not go away. So when you're investigating and it's pitch dark and something happens to you, you're just like, you get startled. Maybe scared is not the right word.
Yeah, startled. Yeah, I'll get startled when someone jumps out and goes, whoa, it's one of your teammates or something, around the corner. Then I want to. Bob just learned. He scared me, and I freaking wailed him. And I mean, bam, hard.
Oh no!
My God, I'm not gonna do that to you again. I hit him square in the chest. Oh my God, I think I knocked his wind out. I'm like, well, don't do that to me.
I've ruined a $300 piece of equipment by getting startled. I broke an antenna off a REM pod. And we were at this location years ago with some friends. Now we're no longer friends, I think. But I got so startled, I ended up breaking their REM pod. I broke their antenna because I got startled. I got startled. I mean, it is what it is. But it's life goes on, and now paranormal investigating. It's so much fun, and that's one thing I try to tell people. As soon as it's not fun, don't do it anymore. You got to have fun to what you choose. Your journey may be. If it's bowling, if you're not having fun in bowling, then go miniature golfing. But that's just how I try to tell people. But it's the only way you can do it. But paranormal investigating, as you know, and I wish Mama D would do it more, or at least
I will.
I know you will.
If she comes down, I'm taking her.
Oh, you have to, because once you get that, as you look at. I'm a teacher. I'm a student every single day in the paranormal. Every day I learn something new, and I love that, because paranormal investigating, or being a paranormal investigator, is you got to understand that, as you do already, you got to understand that every day is something new that's getting thrown at you. Like today I had a weird situation at work, and it was paranormal, and it was because I do feel it's because of, I think the paranormal right now is starving to be investigated, because nobody's investigating right now, and because of the virus. So I feel that we crave paranormal as the paranormal craves interaction with paranormal investigators, as long as it's respectful. I think it's a two-way street. I think it's a totally two-way street.
I mean, we have pierced that veil so much, it's ridiculous. And with social media, it's a wonderful thing. But I can see what they were trying to do with the National Ghost Hunter Day thing, like that's a good experiment to try, have everybody do the same thing at the same time. Is it going to make a difference? Is anybody going to get different answers? Really cool thing. I liked it. But then it got commercialized, and, and then it's out the window.
Okay, let's segue this. Let me just sort of segue this into para unity. Now, I know there are some people out there who will roll their eyes in the back of their head, and I don't know if you noticed in the video I created, I said para unity. If you breathe it, you will live it. If you I know George. He knows that I've never been on an investigation, but he shares with me what he sees, what he learns, and I think that's part of it. So right here, this three and everybody else over there in the chat room, which is on my side. It's having a moment of para unity. It may not last. It may not go any further than the 15 people in this chat room. But for this moment at this time, there's a unity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was preaching it years ago. I was preaching it all the time when I was co-hosting with Chris, and I'd be always para unity. No, it's gonna happen. He's like, yeah, it's never gonna happen. He's like, you're just like, what's the word that the looking through rose-colored glasses? That there's a Pollyanna thing, something. But I hold hope.
Yeah. No, I interrupted you, and I apologize. But not the problem. What I need people to realize that, look at this world right now. Let's forget about paranormal unity just for a moment. Unity is needed right now, big time, for all of us, for what we're dealing with. And unity is something that we need to find and research and find it and have unity as people. But because it's paranormal I hang out with only, I need paranormal unity to work. And paranormal unity, no, not 2 million people are going to get along. You're going to have definitely no paranormal unity. But it's not about the numbers. It's about, if you hang out with 15 people and you investigate together and you really root each other on, my friend, that is paranormal unity. So when someone says there's no such thing, if you're not getting any paranormal unity with the group of people you're doing right now with the paranormal field, then you move on. You find a new group of people, and that's called paranormal unity. Now, 3 years ago, I used to hang out with a bunch of people that in paranormal investigating and paranormal field that they did not believe in paranormal. They laughed at me. And I said, well, you know what? I get it. So they almost brainwashed me like there's no such thing. Well, when you have people that have such a negativity about paranormal unity, that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. And so they at least have to try. Now, I could talk about paranormal unity for hours. My thing is when it comes to paranormal unity, the people that don't believe in paranormal unity, it's only my opinion. I feel those are the people that have been hurt. Those are the ones. What I mean by that is they've have their feelings hurt. They've been they got along with some people and they got bullied or whatever it may be. Those are the people that are like, I don't believe in paranormal unity because everybody I've been with doesn't like me. Well, then find a new group of people to investigate with, or change yourself just a little bit. Just change a little bit because it might be you.
But then again, you have your paracelebs, because you could say, oh, hey, I'm a paraceleb because, you were on Ghost Adventures. I was on Ghost Adventures. Many people were on Ghost Adventures. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I met Zach. I shook his hand for a minute. But Bob knows it. But he was flown down to Florida to be on the show. Not like a featured thing like a show like you. He was sent down to be an EVP expert.
Right.
But
awesome.
it's like that's not. Doesn't make you a superstar,
No.
and you got to get that, that's what that's the problem is everyone wants to be a superstar. And then you have events like we did, the Paracon, Penhurst Paracon. I mean, you wouldn't believe million emails. Well, I was on, this for 5 minutes and I was on that. You should give me a table. I'm like, no. Yeah. No,
and that's still happening. That's still happening to this day. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the whole thing where, you're absolutely 100% right. Everybody does paranormal investigating, and that is why you see people doing fake things or they do stuff that's not right because all they're doing is they're just looking for that one little thing that they do.
Minutes of fame.
Exactly, just to be recognized or to maybe they can land a TV show. Now, I have to say this. I love every paranormal TV show out there because it's called entertainment, folks. It's entertainment. And that's where, you're right. I was able to hang out with some guys from Ghost Adventures. I had a great time. I'll never forget it. But you know what? It's actually a lot of work.
It is. I know. I'm on one.
You see what I'm saying? You see 42 minutes on TV on Travel Channel or A&E. You watch a show for 42 minutes, but there's 5 days of hard work, and that's what some people don't realize. Oh, it's totally different.
Yeah, I love investigating, and I joined Ghost Detectives, at their 100th episode. So they've been doing it for 10 years, and then I joined. And it's like I'm used to investigating. Just investigating, not investigating with the camera that you got to walk by, that you got to do this, you got to have your B-roll, you got to set this up, you got to set that shot up, and then you can go investigate, And like I got yelled at because, when a thing happened and I ran towards it and everybody else ran out, you know what I mean? But that's like, to me, that was like my job. I'm there to investigate. I'm not there to run away. I'm there to investigate. But yet, that's the way that I am. But I understand it. It's a business, filming and everything reason, but it's a complete different animal, and you can't get, like you may get some great evidence, but it's
totally different. No, you're out, and hopefully I won't. It's totally different. I mean, there's one thing of going to investigate. Let's say we go investigate tonight, and you have your own set ways of doing it. Like I have my set ways how I investigate. How I investigate is I'll walk around during the day, make sure it's safe. Safety is the biggest thing because when it's dark, people don't, they don't say, let's go investigate. Where are we going? Okay, did anybody walk it? Do we know if there's any weak, is there nails? Is there a lot of weak flooring? But I didn't get in trouble with Ghost Adventures at all. But I did want to walk more and feel where the energy was in the building that we're at. But I wasn't so-called allowed to because it was already. We don't have time. We're just here to hopefully get something in 10 minutes. But it's But it's something that I will always remember. I took a lot away from it, and it made me the investigator I am today. I
Yep.
don't get. I watch TV shows all the time, but I watch TV shows. I'm huge friends with ghost hunters, and I love each one
Yep.
of them for my own reason
Yep.
because they're grounded. They're nice people.
Yep.
They're great people. And
Yep.
now I watch TV shows to make a better person or paranormal investigator that I want to be, because I take something away from Daryl, or I take something away from Brian, or I take something away from any of the individuals that are actually investigating from, whoever's on TV. I don't do it. I'm not starstruck, but I watch what they're doing, and I take something away because I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. That's a great idea. And we spent.
Oh yeah.
400
Oh, I used to watch Ghost Adventures just for the equipment. I love
Oh.
Bill Chappell's shit. I'm just like, oh my God, this is awesome. We got the puck, we got all the, we're like, yeah, we need these things. Some of the things were just really outrageous, like the beaming of the EVPs off the dishes. And I was just like, yeah, all right, we think we're getting a little crazy.
The best equipment now, and if someone said, well, what's your favorite equipment? I would say it's me. It's because we are all equipment. We're our best equipment. You go with your gut. We all have abilities. Everybody that's born has an ability, because everybody always says, man, I should have listened to my gut. Why did I steal that candy bar? If you think about it, though, it's your gut talking to you. It's your inner being saying, hey, man, don't steal that candy bar. You're going to get caught. And you get caught. And then you get in trouble. It's like, oh, Mom, I should have listened to my gut. That's abilities. But, that my thing is, our favorite equipment right now, Kara and I, we invested in some body cams, thanks to ghost hunters. No one's ever used body cams, and it's the greatest invention.
I said that to Bob like last year.
It's the greatest thing in the world. It gives you these two hands.
I've got the POV glasses, which are awesome.
It's so smart.
It looks wherever you're looking. You know what I mean? Because the body camera you have to turn physically, but the eyes you just have to look, and it's just like a GoPro, so it films nice and sharp and crisp like a GoPro, and the sound is pretty good too.
No, absolutely. Daryl from Ghost Hunters, when I saw them use it for the very first time, I was like, we were talking, I'm all, Kara was like, let's get some, let's do it. And what's great is you always have to find an advantage when you go paranormal investigating, and the advantage of that is you have a body cam on you. It gives you, your hands are free now to use another piece of equipment, or basically, so you're not just carrying the camera and you can run into a wall, or you could trip or fall. It's actually for safety. I mean, it's so safe to have.
I made this cool rig, right? But that Staten Island team that I was talking about, right? Yeah. Me and this girl Sue, we used to have competitions on who can make better rigs, So I had this triangle piece of plastic with holes drilled in it. I had a flashlight that was the handle that was had a good grip on it. It was squishy, and you could click the light, and it had a red light, so you could walk around, and it's pointing down, so you could walk around and see without it interfering with any of your IR lights or anywhere, but you could see and not trip. And then I had two IR lights that I could screw in on the side, and the GoPro in the middle, and then I put a little thing for my digi was on there. And it's all Velcroed down, so I could turn the thing upside down. Nothing's going anywhere. Everything's screwed down and tight. But you could also take the flashlight and make it a real flashlight. It was really bright. And it was cool. Brilliant. Yeah, it was brilliant, So it's like I can put that together in 2 minutes. I love doing stuff like that. I haven't done stuff like that in so long. It's like, because we just don't do that, anymore to go have fun. Now it's like we're doing events. We're taking people to, locations. So we have to really tend to people,
Well, you have a responsibility now. It's you got it for safety or a responsibility of the location wherever you're at. So.
Exactly. And I too, just like you too, I want to, I have to make sure I know the area before I take someone in there. We took people down to Ohio State Reformatory, and it's like before the very first time I went there, I went in the tour during the day because I want to see everything in the light, because then he gets thrown in the building in the dark.
Right. No. I get it. And, I'm not the type, look, I am not the type to say, I'm happy that I met the people in my journey that have made me the paranormal investigator I am today. I mean, the people I hung out with was some good people. Now they're so big that they don't know Georges anymore, but during their times where they were they were still young in their career, I was able to dissect and I was able to learn from them. and I'm blessed for that, to what it's made me today. I mean, I'm not. There's definitely nobody is a great paranormal investigator. Everybody's a really good investigator, but I just have an understanding about the field now. I get it. I don't go into a building and yell. I mean, I'm very calm and collective. You know, that was my mistake. I would always, because of somebody on TV. You know, you see somebody on TV going, you know, yelling, and it's like, wait a second, man, I'm not doing that. So, you know, I've always said this, and I think Mama D already knows this. Is I say it so many times, but you know, just because you wear a black shirt doesn't make you a paranormal investigator. What makes you a paranormal? Does that, you know, I love black. I think I have like 90 shirts of black. I love black, but you know, wearing a black shirt and watching TV and it's like, I'm gonna buy me a black shirt. I'm gonna buy me the right hat, you know, and I'm gonna go paranormal investigating tomorrow. I will say this to the day I die: being a paranormal investigator, everything starts with your heart. And what I mean by that is you just have to show respect and love for the paranormal, what's on the other side of the veil and what's on this side of the veil. If you go to a location and three of us are investigating and we're all having fun and there's respect for Mama D, there's respect for Gina, I love you girls, and we go into just a slamming great attitude, they're going to sense that we are actually really good, loving people. And that's my thing. I try to tell people that call me up and they say, hey, you know what? I want to try investigating.
And that right there is the majority, not the minority. You know, because people on TV, a lot on TV, negative sells, right? So that's what the entertainment thing is. So people are getting scared, or they want to be scared, and that's why they're going and doing it. But I'll tell you what, the majority of the things that you're going to go and you're going to be talking to are grandma, grandpa, you know, someone's cousin, brother, mother, whatever. You know what I mean? And they're good people and they're decent people, or they're stuck people. You know, and it's like you feel bad for them. If you can feel that and you feel their emotions, your heart breaks for them. So you try to help them. You know, you don't want them stuck. Would you want your mother stuck in a place? You know what I mean? No. Would you want your brother or anybody else stuck there in that, you know, hell? No.
Right.
They can move on. There is a better place. There is, you know, and there are ways to get them to go there, to get them to trust that they can go there. You know.
There's a comment in the chat room. Sorry, guys, interrupting you. Scott Stevenson, presenters of many of these programs seem to forget that spirits are people, or were people. They have entered that spirit's house.
Right. And you don't it's a matter of neighbor's door and say, talk to me. You know, no, you don't do that. You know?
And
we have to your neighbor, but
do that.
And you know, and I know all paranormal look, and maybe 80% of paranormal investigators do have to understand, which I just learned to understand maybe in 2 years. I mean, I've grown. I feel like I'm growing every day, and I love that. Is we have to remember, and I think Gina, you might have said this already. We're in their house. When we go investigate at a location, we have to remember that this is their house. This is where they're stuck, or where they choose to live, or whatever it may be. We have to respect their land, their where they're living. We are strangers to them. So, you know, the first thing when we go out and investigate is, you know, is it okay if we're here today?
I am. Yes. My name is.
Exactly.
Yes. May I come in?
And that's, we always leave a gift behind. We always leave something behind. And, you know, a gift to us is God,
cigarettes.
It could be anything. It could be a shot of whiskey, it could be cigarettes, a toy, anything, a flower. You got to give back to the paranormal spirits. As you know, they're working so hard to just give you a few words or a few answers or whatever it may be. They have to build up so much energy, and they're going to give it to you if you respect them. You know, so
and equipment. You got to know what to use, when to use it, and how to use it. You know, spirit boxes. You know, spirit boxes has all those different dials for speed. You know, if you're going into an asylum, what's in the asylum? They're all drugged up. Right? They're all doing the Thorazine shuffle, right? You want to understand them? Burn your freaking machine slower, okay? Because they're going to be talking slower. If you're going into a jail and they're all what? Hyped up. You know?
Yeah, I've had my worst experiences in jail cells. I think it's because I have covered in tattoos. And each time I went to this one location, look, I'm going to make sure I say this so no one thinks I'm a total jerk. Is I don't like talking about, I'm not the guy that sits on stage and says, oh, look what happened to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not that guy. But let me just say this: is I noticed that locations where I have the worst experiences at are jails, and that's just for whatever reason it may be, whatever it may be. Those are my
Because you're
those.
cute.
They want me to drop the soap. Okay,
That's right.
so,
That's right.
you know,
Well, but yeah, I went to Moundsville with that Staten Island team, and there's a guy, Greg, who was like he was our leader, and he's a nice looking guy, but he was really skittish. Yeah, he really, really. But we're walking down by Red Cell down there, right? And before we even get there, you know, you hear one of our EVPs was, "Put your dress on, boy."
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
and he got so scared he wouldn't go in there. He was done. He was on the other side of the jail.
You need to get him back, and he could be the trigger object. I mean,
I'm
that's
telling you, he wouldn't even go. He wouldn't even go set up cameras. You know, like when we were at Ohio State. I'm 250 feet long. You know, friggin' five rows up. I got to go wire all the cameras all by myself in the dark, all alone, hooking up the wires in between because our wires weren't that long. And of course, they wanted the cameras all the way down the other end. Not that we could shoot them from this end down. No, they had to go that end and up.
No.
Of course.
I would have told that great guy, so look, you know what? Here's a trick. Next time we're bringing a dress, and you're going to put it on, and you're going to get us some evidence, and that's it. I mean, you can't be scared, but that's just another trigger object. That would be so badass. That would be so badass.
I was like, come on, you get in there. He's like, oh no, oh my God, blah blah blah. I'm like, no.
No. Well, you know, I tell you, with me, if I could choose any type of style of investigating. You know, I would love. I fell in love with was it Lockdown or something? Lockdown with Nick. Remember?
Yeah. With Nick and Katrina.
Katrina. That I don't know why that show didn't work, but I want to go to a location. Not that it matters to be locked down. I think it just sounds scarier. Hey, let's stay inside this jail cell and lock us in. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's you don't know when when things are going to happen.
Exactly.
You know?
So I would love to be locked down in some place and just leave me alone for a day or two.
I would
too, in a heartbeat. One of my favorite shows. Well, one of my favorite shows right now that's not on right now. I mean, they're all great shows, okay, and that's just my opinion. Nobody send me some hate mail, but I really like how Destination Fear went about it with Dakota. It was such a great how they were very very emotional. They were maybe it was part acting. I don't even know, but you know, it was nice to see people get scared on TV. I guess it was like so funny. You know? Yeah.
I mean, that's raw, real emotion. You know.
Yeah, it was very raw.
So it was like, paranormal reality as opposed to a paranormal show.
Right. No. And you know, that's one thing everybody needs to understand is, and I know they do, and it took me a while to understand it too. But we have to remember that. Anything you see on TV is the E word, and it's entertainment.
Entertainment, yeah, absolutely.
That's it. It's just entertainment, and it's enjoy it and have fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mama.
Speaking of entertainment, I have to pay the bills. We have to pay the bills. Hello, it's time.
All right. Hold on. All right, I'm going to do a 3-minute commercial, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Fox Den is now proudly sponsored by Vortex Ghost Gear, one of the leading fabricators of paranormal equipment.
I'm on mute.
Bob Christopher is the founder and creator of Vortex Ghost Gear. He has decades of investigating, starting with his team at NEPA, and as lead in the popular local TV show Ghost Detectives, he has experience of how spirits could be seen or heard. Using this knowledge, he has manufactured equipment for specific scenarios of spirit manifestation and communication. He is the only manufacturer of the popular lifelike trigger prop cats and dogs. Using proximity meters wired to lights and sound, these prove to be highly effective communication devices in the field of study. The HTO, another Vortex exclusive, allowing specific items to be the highlight or trigger of your investigation. For example, place the item on a metal tray or attach directly to any metal object such as keys or glasses that continue to go missing or moved. Ask the spirit to touch the item. The HTO will light. It has a sound option as well. This device was used in Travel Channel's Ghost Nation with great results. The Dome, a static detector, can be the most useful device in your gear bag. This is to back up the theory that the spirits manifest using static electricity. Using several, you can track a spirit, for example, walking down a hallway, setting off each as it passes. The geophone detects vibrations. This is another way to track movement. If a claim is footsteps in the hallway or stairwell, set the sensitivity and place the device in that area. Its band of lights will show a range of vibrations from the slightest tapping, lighting only a few lights, to the loudest thumping, lighting the entire range. The Easy Scan ghost boxes are very popular due to the ease of use. They are custom decorated to the individual or team using them. Bob programs and uses an Arduino-based computer scanning FM waves to potentially communicate with the spirit realm in real time. Every box is unique and all custom hand decorated by Gina Bankston. The V-Pod has a special place for those who love the idea of REM pods. Use this sleeker, smaller, easier to transport device. It is a must-have in your gear bag. Take your investigating to the next level with many of Vortex Ghost Gear's unique and custom creations by Bob Christopher. Visit www.vortexghostgear.com to view all the products and get your equipment today. You can also investigate with Bob and Gina with ghostly excursions, taking people to some of the most haunted locations in the USA. Visit www.ghostlyexcursions.com and join us on our next adventure. And we're back. And Mama jumped out for a minute. I don't know why. Oh, hold on a second. You were muted.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
It's like one of those what, King Kong movies or whatever, the Godzilla movies where I talk and then my mouth I go, how you doing? I don't know.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
We have so many comments in the chat room over here, and I have to say I'm sorry I did not see all of these things. Your wife is in here saying that she's a living dowsing rod.
Yes.
Oh, Michael's a living dowsing rod. And yeah, Kara is, I make my own dowsing rods and pendulums. That's really cool. Yeah, I sell a bunch of them. I don't make them though. Mama's
she does all this. Where did Mama? Where'd you go, girl?
What you doing? When you go, what happened?
I'm sorry, but the phone rang.
Oh.
No, man. No.
Okay.
First no blue M&Ms. Then there's like ice with no holes in it, and now you just take off for the pizza boy.
Yeah, I was just whooping down a piece of chocolate during that little break.
I'm telling you, I know. I'm sucking down some cola, man. It's just like good stuff. No, this is actually really fun. I what's really cool about tonight is, Gina, please don't take this at all wrong. I didn't know you knew so much about the paranormal, and
I've been in many years.
Yeah, but see, please, this is what's so cool about today. Today, I'm learning something about Gina, and that's what's so cool because I find it to be like, wow, I didn't know in my mind. I think, God, Gina knows a shitload about paranormal. I love paranormal, and now I know that you do too, and and it's really nice, and this is why this is so cool tonight. I really am having a really good time and such. So I'm sorry that we wasn't able to see the video. That it didn't come up, but it was.
You have to go back and watch it within 20 minutes, 33 to 35 minutes.
Oh,
yeah, it's insane. I mean, it's a real apparition. They're just walking around, and I mean, the whole clip was 15 minutes, but I had to cut it down to when it happened. The technology wasn't like it is now that you could send larger data, but then you could send only a minute. So I cut it down to like the beginning minute. But it was 15 minutes of 15 apparitions walking, and one up above because it's a sunken basketball court, holding on to the fence, looking down at us.
Wow, man! No,
that's insane. But I got a whole bunch of shit. Hold on. All right, listen to this, like Class A, right? EVP. Which one is it? I could cut you. This one. Why do you hang around this building?
I don't hear nothing.
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear it, Mama? When you all right, people that were watching,
No,
I don't know. You have to watch it. Maybe you have to watch
my computer doesn't allow me to hear.
Okay. You have to watch it again then. Shit. That's
Yes.
horrible. I
At,
can't.
at
That
1 minute,
sucks.
1 hour, 9 minute mark.
That's all right, though.
Right.
I mean, I can't wait to listen. I mean, it's so cool that, I wish I had the answer. I wish anybody had really the answers of, why is it that we go to a location and, I mean, okay, so I don't want to let me backtrack. I think, paranormal investigating is like fishing. You have good fishing days and you got to be patient. It's one of those things about paranormal investigating. You need to realize you need to be patient because it's just like fishing, But my thing is I wish there was more EVPs. I wish we got more evidence, more.
I have thousands. I swear to God. I mean, I've been doing this for so many years. It's got to be. I mean, it's hundreds for sure. But
Right.
it's got to be. I mean, that close. Like, I don't know. Some people are magnets.
Yeah.
Like you must feel them. You know what I mean? So you just got to be, at the right place at the right time, and just have
for
that.
For me,
Everyone,
it has to be.
other people have heard it.
No, and I don't mean to be. I apologize for cutting you off. That was rude of me. But for me, it's like it doesn't. Everything for me, it's weird. It's like a compass. Everything has to be so right for me at least, is to feel everything. Certain locations. Or who I might be investigating with. I mean, because what's terrible about as you know already, I always want to make sure I say that correct because I know that you know your stuff. Is it's all based about who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with somebody that had a really crappy day at work or having a really bad week, or when you're investigating with you, that might take everything away from your investigation because that person's going to put off this bad mojo, and paranormal investigator or I should say paranormal spirits are just going to be like, well, I really don't feel like talking tonight because they sense that negativity,
Exactly. Or they're afraid of that person.
Or they're afraid of that person.
Or offended or afraid.
Anything. It could be anything.
They have, I mean, there's a difference too. There's a difference between like spirits and ghosts. The way I see it is a ghost is someone who died and has not crossed over. A spirit is someone who's crossed over and can come back. They're highly enlightened. They're knowledgeable. They could be your spirit guide. They could be whatnot to you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you've got to know who you're dealing with. You can't
and that's why you
kicking in the doors.
Exactly. And that's where it all comes down to, the people you surround yourself with in paranormal field or in life itself. I do believe that, it has everything to do, that core is it makes even you two, let's say you have a group of people, you choose your friends who you hang out with on a daily basis, or if it's just your husbands or whatever it may be. But, you have that unity, you have that click and everything seems to marinate just great, Well, it has to be like that for paranormal investigations too, or the circle of friends you choose to be with. And when you do that, that's when you have true blue, 100% paranormal unity. I will keep pushing paranormal unity because I believe in it.
I certainly hope so. I swear to God, because I was like you. I swear to God, it was like 8 years ago when I was like wicked into the para-unity shit, and I was getting bashed for it left and right. I'm just like, I'm like, no, it's going to happen. We have to join together. It's the only way that the community is going to further itself. It's the only way to get this out there. It's the only way to get things accepted. And it was for a while. I mean, it was really heading in that direction. And then you got that celebrity crap going on, and everyone wants to be a celebrity. And then too many egos, nuts, the EVPs are on TV are only understandable because of what's written on the screen, but without the subtitle, you don't know what it says. Yeah. Well, let me play you another one. All right. This thing would say to me, this was a company that I was going in. I investigated for like a year trying to get rid of this thing. This one, it was a man portraying himself off as like a demon type of a guy, right? But he was just a man, well, actually a little dweeby guy, because I found out all about him after, okay? Right. And he was actually doing a bloodletting cult in the basement of this big building. And it was really crazy how all this information came out over the year. But what he started out was, I could cut you, I could cut you, I could cut you up, I could cut your throat, I could cut you open. Everything was I could cut you. Right. Wow. And then I took in a psychic, and we had a ceremony that we released a whole bunch of the souls in, because he had trapped a whole bunch of people there.
Right.
That he was terrorizing. Wow. And we had this ceremony that we were getting, crossing over all these spirits. They're all going. Right. Right, and it's
Right.
all on the spirit box coming out, and they're saying we're free, and you hear them going, and one was calling to the other one, going Julia, and in this southern accent, and you can hear them actually going. It was really crazy. So now this guy's getting upset, and then we're finding out about him. So while the psychic's there, I'm saying, well, I know that you're only 4'2", and you're fat, and you're this, and you're that,
Right.
and what gave you the right to keep these poor people here all this time? And he's like, who told you that? Right, you're getting all this stuff. Right, like who says that?
Right.
It was really crazy. But then I'm going to
Wow.
play this, and I know the people will hear it, but you probably won't. But I'm trying to do a thing to get him out, and this entity says he's trying to make himself like a demon. He makes that rah, rah voice and stuff. And he's like, "You can't fight skulls," right?
Wow.
Yeah, and rules this building, not now. Again, you probably didn't hear that. You'll have to go in and listen to it.
Yeah.
9:15, whatever Mama make that mark. I don't know if you guys all heard that, but he did it. He's like, "You can't fight skulls," right? And it's like, who are you? I know who you are now.
Right.
So no, you have to go. But here's the thing: all the people that worked in that building, they all started out really nice people. Like Mama D would walk in there, all happy and perky in her lovely self, right? She would start working, and then, like not too long after, she'd start drinking. She'd start stealing from the company. She'd start, like everybody turned that worked there. It was really crazy. And then a guy, because this thing was always saying, "I cut your throat, I cut your throat, I cut your throat." Well, the one guy that stayed there longest out of everybody, who was actually my son-in-law, had to have a bone put in his neck. He had such bad neck issues that he had to have a cadaver bone put into his neck. Now you got to tell me that wasn't that guy trying to hack at him all day, every day while he's working.
Right.
So
Yeah.
these things can harm you, but that again is the minority, not the majority.
Absolutely true. I mean, a lot of people, when you get scratches or whatever, or something happens when you're paranormal investigating. People always wonder. They always say, like, I've heard people say, why does everybody always seem to get scratched on their back? It's always in their back area.
Come back.
The only thing, my everything I say is always just an opinion. But my thing is I feel my opinion is this: is when they cross over and they're on the other side of the veil and they're trying to get your attention. Maybe they lose. Maybe they I can go ahead and touch my screen on my phone. I know how far it is. But what if it comes to the spirits? They don't know how to sense how far something really is. So when they're reaching out to you, they don't know that you're only, let's say, 2 feet away, but maybe you look a lot further away and they end up scratching you or they end up touching you.
Right. Just to get your attention. Right.
Exactly. So I don't know, man. It's cool stuff. It
is, right? Because I could talk about this forever. You know what I mean? And
we all have our stories.
Why these things happen? Why do you think these things happen? And it is. I mean, you just gotta picture yourself in those things. Like, what would you do? How would you act?
Yeah.
How would a normal person react to this situation? That's what they're doing.
I'm screaming from the room.
Yes. I mean, you got a negative, badass, big tattooed, burly guy coming in the room screaming, and you have grandma and your mom and your sister and the kids in that room. Of course they're going to run away. They're going to think you're going to in there to hurt them,
Exactly. No, absolutely true. Absolutely true.
You're not going to get shit.
No, and it's true. It's all about how you carry yourself into an investigation. I mean, it's just, I like I said earlier, I think the only reason why I get so screwed up when I end up doing jail cells or doing stuff that's like, those are my worst ones. I always somehow get attacked, and people just, we had some EVPs. I got nailed one time, and another individual got this EVP, and it said she's going through. She's, oh man, you got to listen to this, and it said knife. Because we were trying to figure out what did you cut me with, or what did you get? And it actually, the EVP said knife. And I was like, son of a bitch. But it gave me validation because, when you end up, I don't know what the percentage is, but, people, some people will maybe scratch themselves on the wall. They don't know it because, the adrenaline's up. You're investigating, or you hit a nail, or you may, whatever. but it gave me validation because at that time I needed it because this jail cell was filled with stuff sticking out of the wall. And long story short, it was just nice to hear the word knife because it gave me validation. Like, okay, good.
Right.
I'm not saying that's how I got scratched, but it was nice to hear that gentleman in the jail cell said knife, a shank. He should have said shank, but he did.
Yeah,
He said
I
knife.
know. But then again, they're talking to their audience. What are you going to understand me saying? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you came in there as an inmate, you'd understand shank. If you're coming in there as a guard, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all those things. Hi, Taryn.
Yeah.
Beautiful Gina Mama D from Taryn.
Yeah, you both look
Love
good.
you, girl. Love you, girl. I'm still working off my sunburn over here from being at Jonice's house. I did some investigating last weekend, and we went to I was up in Sharon Springs, New York, so I did a little investigating in her house, and we went down to this town from the late 1700s. So
Right.
I went through a couple stores, and they let me down the basement. I was down there by myself for a little while, with
Right.
with the FLIR going around the room and my digi, I was like in heaven.
So-
There was something that was creeping out behind the door, peeking out a little bit and going back, and just as it was going to start to come out, they came downstairs and walked in, and I was like, gone. I'm like, son of a bitch.
See, but you were no, but you're lucky. You're lucky to be able to investigate. I mean, parts of because of this virus, parts of California like us, we're not able to really investigate. I mean, because there's no places we can get to. Everything's shut down. But you're lucky.
This was improv thing. We were down there shopping, and I just because we were going to stop at a cemetery, and I was just going to do some stuff because there's an old cemetery to go around the town. But we were talking about it with the people in the little store. You can only have a few people in the store, and everyone has their mask on.
Yeah.
Said, and Jonice is offering me up, saying, well, she's got equipment with her. She can walk around, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I can, and then they're like, good, go ahead, so I did.
No,
and they brought me down the basement by myself. I was like, oh, this is great.
Oh man, you're so lucky. I know we carry, we try to carry equipment with, where we go, we'll keep an EVP recorder in the cars, when we go out. I mean, just because, it's like, hey, let's go, like you said, let's go look at that beautiful cemetery and just walk around, but that's just something that we choose to do because you just never know when you get that I don't want to say calling, but you just get that urge, like, hey, look, I feel like we should stop here, or I feel like we should go over here for a moment, for whatever reason it may be. But no,
like when you were driving down the road, when you were saying when you saw the kid on the bike, you ever had one of the hitchhikers jumping in the car with you while you're driving?
No, nothing like that.
God, yeah. No. I was driving we were going out to Parsons Field Seminary, and I had this girl, Victoria, with me. She was like an unbelievable magnet. I always thought I was a magnet. She is like an unbelievable magnet. We were driving really slow through this old town. Freaking thing jumps into my seat. I knew it was there because the tone was like really making me deaf. And at the same exact time, she was like, oh my God, you have to get out of the car. And she was freaking out. And she was like this African-American slave type guy with the white shirt and everything. Like she could see him. I couldn't see him. I could just hear this, oh my God, deafening thing in my car. I'm like, get out.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, as we left the town, and it left.
No, that's so cool. I find it to be cool. We're talking about paranormal. I mean, to me, it's like it's just so cool to talk about. I mean, I wish that I had this, I think we should listen to our bodies more. And you're in an investigation or whatever, and your ears pop. I know, and then take an EVP right now because maybe that's why your ears pop because now the pressure just changed. I mean, I don't know, but you got to listen when you investigate, like you already know, is data is the biggest thing in the world that you need to do. Data is huge. Data is like you have to have data because when you get that EVP or whatever it may be, is you got to write down what time it is, what day it is, where you're at in that location, and then come back. If you come back to that location again, go to the same spot if you can, go to the same time, and just see if it's an ongoing. Maybe it's a revolving door, and it's just going to happen all the time. Right. I don't know what that's
right.
Called,
if there's residual,
yes,
over and over and over again, yes.
Yeah.
And then you want to try to break that cycle for them poor people if you can, when you know how. But yeah, that's a sad thing. But that happens a lot. Yeah. And to be the scientific end of it, I have my gear bag right here, right?
Right.
This massive gear bag full of stuff. I have like tons of equipment and everything. But you need to use those things, but also like carpentry tools, a level, a compass.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Things like that. You put a level down because someone will say, "Oh, well, things are rolling off." Well, is it level?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? They look level, but you put a level down, it's like this. Yeah,
Right.
cool, shit's gonna roll off.
Right.
Well, people go, "Oh, there's a vortex in that room. I feel like I'm falling." Now
Right.
there is that. You ever go to Rolling Hills? There's a room at Rolling Hills that you do feel like that. You just keep falling sideways. Well, I brought the big ass level and put it in there. That room is spot on level.
Wow.
So
Wow.
then you know something is going
Well,
on.
if you ever take Mama D out, I would definitely keep an eye, and I mean this with the highest love and respect for her, because she's so innocent in the paranormal field, and she's so pure and natural.
So much stuff. Oh my God.
I think Mama D would be like, you know what? She'd be I don't know. She'd be a good trigger object because she's so innocent. It's
Right.
like, and I mean that in a compliment way, because those are the people
I know.
you want to bring those people to the investigation, because you're like,
Always.
oh yeah, Mama D, go sit over there in the corner. It's okay. We'll get you some tea and crumpets, and we'll just leave her there. And it's like, and we'll leave. No, it's funny with Mama
Chocolate.
D.
I'll go anywhere for chocolate.
Her hair will be so perfect, and then we'll leave her for 10 minutes, and you know what's we're gonna come back? Her hair's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like, because something's gonna happen. It's like, what's wrong, Mama D? What happened?
Yeah. Exactly. Can you imagine her screaming? It would be like this high pitched,
Oh my God!
hilarious scream. I would go
No,
help
I turned
her. I
into
would
you
go
on
help
that night.
Son of a please,
Oh,
please,
man.
please,
Oh,
please.
it would be. You know what? Butterflies would not be around her for days. There's no way. There's no way. Man.
Excuse me.
But no, it's fine.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's I love this field. This field is really good. I there's many reasons why I got into it, and reasons we all get into it. I'm still afraid of dying. I'm afraid of dying, but at least I know there's something afterwards after we leave here. I mean, there has to be something else when we leave.
Oh,
here.
I know it for a fact.
Right? I know that. I feel the same way.
Yeah. What room, Gina, at Rolling Hills? It's down Shadow Hallway, down by the end. It's the vortex room. It's right at the end of Shadow Hallway. The doors that Jack goes back and forth from, and then there's one room, and then it's that room right there where all the desks and everything are right out front of it. But yeah,
Have you ever been to Waverly yet?
okay. Here's the thing with Waverly. All right, 5 times.
You've been there 5 times?
Nope, 5 times I set up going.
Okay.
First 3, close family members died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
This time, the 4th time, we were all ready to go. It got canceled at the last minute. And then the last one, what the hell just happened? Something else, someone else died or something. It was horrible that it was a family thing, like a family type of emergency, couldn't go. And I'm like, you know what? That's it.
Don't even go back. Don't even talk about it. Let's not even talk about it.
No, something's telling me not to go there. I'm not going there.
Don't go. But if I'm allowed to, that's my bucket list. I've never been there.
Oh, I want it to go really badly.
Yeah,
really badly.
It's so sexy. It's just like this big building, and it's just like, oh my God, leave me alone here. Don't anybody come. I want to go I want to be by myself. And
Melissa Grubb says, George,
what's up? No, I totally want to. Waverly is my go-to. We have a lot of stuff coming up, and 2020 is a wash. I mean, we have to investigate. I mean, shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We have to investigate whatever we can right now because of what we're dealing with. But 2021 is going to be a busy year for everybody, I think.
Oh, it is.
I think we're all going to come out like, okay, everybody, it's a free-for-all, go. And you're going to see all these paranormal investigators just
popping out of the woodwork, going, whoosh.
Get out of my way, man. Just get out of my way.
We're going to be flooded with freaking EVPs and videos all over the internet. I really kind of can't wait. But now you have these things coming up here, right? So you're doing Paracon in Dallas.
I got invited myself and Karen. We both got invited, but we got invited to the Dallas Paracon, which is next year in 2021. But what's so great about that, some of my biggest people I look up to in the paranormal field that are my friends that are on TV and stuff are going to be there. and it's just going to be so cool to talk and they have like 3 stages and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to be talking. It's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be so much fun. It was just such a privilege to be contacted and asked, because I was like, oh, are you sure you want to talk to me? You want to talk to somebody else? And I'm honored, and I can't wait to go. But I don't know what the website is or anything like that, but they can start buying tickets now. It's in 2021. It's the Dallas Paracon, and the title of it is Para Unity. And that's what's going to be so great about it, because Para Unity, we've already talked about it, but it's going to be one big giant bowl of people with positive attitudes. And it's going to be unreal. It's going to be unreal.
Yeah. Well, up here on our coast, right, we ran the Penhurst Paracon, which that first year we had over 2,000 people come, and we had all our celebs, and we had all the ghost hunters and everybody else there. And then our last one, we had Katrina was there, and everything was really hot outside. It was ridiculous. But I mean, a lot of great people were there. We have, like 3 different areas that they were all speaking as well. And ghost hunts ran all day and all night. It was awesome, because it's Penhurst.
Right.
He's work hard. Taryn was one of them, working really hard around the clock in the heat wave and everything. So, but, I miss it now. They're at TexasParacon.com. And
what is it?
The www.texasparacon.com.
Kara put up the link for it.
Thank you, Kara. Yeah,
and then is this the same one? No, Paranormal United Network presents Cloudcroft Fear Fest.
Yeah, so we're going to be there in 3
That's
weeks.
in Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
Yes, we actually leave in 3 weeks, and that's going to be fun. Karen and I are going to be we're going to be speaking there on. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's in 3 weeks, and that's due to the virus, it's still going to happen. We're good. We're good. So we got that one going on, and then of course the next one is the one in Dallas. But we're hopefully in between that there'll be more stuff. But right now, everything's on hold. I mean, it's absolutely nothing.
Because we were supposed to be going to the Bash next weekend, Gettysburg Bash. That's Pam and Steve's. Penhurst, that me and Bob do, and Para Unity that John and Chris do. Rogeria, and all of them are canceled. And those are 3 huge ones.
Those are huge. I know. And that's what's so not sad, but that's what's so like we're all starving to just be around these people of just the word paranormal. I mean, just be around some people that we all have something in common with. And right now, that's the biggest thing. That to me is called Para Unity.
Yeah, and sharing your stories like we've been doing. And sorry, Mama. Mama sits and looks pretty.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. Hello. Just a quick, me and Onyx. There we go. That's what Kara Schopplein, the boss of the house over there,
the boss.
in the chat room said, in 2 weeks, you guys are going to Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
Yes.
Not 3 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
It's right around the corner.
It is right around the corner. And that's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun with some great people, just some great people, and we're going to rock it. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a 15-hour drive for us. So it's 15 hours to get there and 15 or 16 to get back. Unless Kara drives, we might be there in 7 hours. But, it's just a matter of, it's just, she's a crazy.
That's my girl.
Man. No, people, I don't know if anybody can hear this. She's in the other room. But no, I get scared, man. They'll be driving and I'll take a nap and I open my eyes up and she's like, there's cars of, what are you doing? There's a
I want to be away from everybody. Away.
Yeah, no, she's bumping. I'm like, what are you doing?
God. No, I hate that. And Bob will go up to buy a truck, to pass a truck, and then he'll be like zooming up to the truck and then get next to the truck and slow down. Well, I don't want to skate. I'm like, go. Yeah, I'm great being right here. I don't want to look at the truck right next to me. Go, zoom.
No, I bet you I'll be the one driving the whole time. And you know what? I'll be a nervous wreck when I get out of the car. I'll be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like for us to go, to like Ohio State. I think that was 11 hours or 12 hours or what the hell. It's like 10 hours to go to Moundsville. It's, you know what I mean? Like we go, that's kind of like the furthest like we like to go, it's far enough.
Well, we would fly, but our concern is for anybody, you fly somewhere during this stuff that we're dealing with, the virus, And let's just say you have a little fever for some odd godly
And
reason.
you get quarantined and stuck somewhere.
You're stuck somewhere for 2 weeks. Can you imagine?
No.
I have allergies. I'm running a little fever. I have not that I am, but and you try to explain that to anybody, you're still quarantined wherever you're flying to for 2 weeks. So we're driving, and it's gonna be a long drive, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's just a road trip, just a long road trip.
Yep, I just did a 3-hour road trip, and I drove all the way home without stopping once. I was a good girl. Usually, I call it the Great American Rest Stop Tour. As soon as I leave the house, I can pee. Leave the house. 5 minutes down the road, I gotta pee. Right? It's what is it? I don't know what it is. But I constant. But Michael Robichaud puts up here, smart that they canceled. Not worth. I'm sure it's supposed to be losing your life, and then you might be the next EVP that we hear.
Yeah, but he's right.
True. Losing your life. Yes.
He's absolutely. Michael's absolutely right. I mean, I do believe that 2020 should be just a full-on shut her down. Let's just get through this, and let's get into 2021 safely.
Exactly.
I do believe that he's right. I do believe that we should shut everything down and just, our governor just opened. We were opened up for a few days, I guess, and the gyms are opening up, and now they 24 hours later they took it back, so now we're back under lockdown, I guess you'd call it.
Right.
I don't mind.
Yeah, up in Massachusetts, my brother's posting this shit all the time because he really hates it when people are going out, because he had brain cancer and this and that. He's like, he's got a bad immune system, and he's like, think of people like me, when you go out, because if he gets something like that, he could die easy. You know what I mean?
And that's what
from the chemo and all.
No, Gina, you're absolutely right. And that's where some people that are so stubborn that don't want to wear a mask, and you're not showing symptoms, and you could have it, you don't know about it. And you do, it's not about, it's about saving people's lives. You got to wear the mask. If it doesn't look good on you, so freaking what? Just wear the mask.
Ones? I guess some
Fox ones. They have some night ones. Gina's got some Fox ones. I got a Mamacita mask.
You guys seriously do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do. They're in the other room. I mean, I could go get them. I could bink myself down for a second, I think, right?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to see it because all I have is regular masks. I have black masks. Everything's black.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to find something, order it for you, and send it to you. Go ahead. Go pink.
That's all.
It's just you and me now.
Oh, what's going on, girl?
That's the way it's supposed to be. Not mine.
Mama D. So
I'm behaving myself.
No, you are. I love it. But how is it at home right now with all this stuff? How is it in where you live? I mean, is it as severe? Is it? Do you guys have the COVID-19? Is it really bad up there? What do you guys have?
We do have it. Oh, Gina's back. She's fast. We do it. Look. She's got a little.
Holy, that's so cool. Yeah, that looks good though.
Yes, George needs a donut mask. Exactly. I'm gonna find one.
I have one.
Swear to God.
I have one. I have a sprinkled donut one.
You have a sprinkle. What the hell? Why aren't you wearing it?
Right. This one matches the shell. This one matches the background.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't know where it's somewhere around the house, or I don't know where it's at. But I have a sprinkled donut one. I have.
I like that one.
Oh, it's great. I don't know. Oh, she's gonna get it right now for me. She's like, she's gonna.
Well, stick your head in, say hi.
Well, she didn't want to bug you guys.
What?
Carol, come and say hi. No,
Carol, come and say hi.
Come say hi.
You mean bug us? We're just having fun. We're lucky enough to have you guys come on. Oh, there you go.
See, this is my.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey, gorgeous. How you doing?
You're asking how you do.
We didn't say hi.
She's saying so. Okay. So see my sprinkled donuts.
Mm-hmm.
See my sprinkled donuts. These are great, man. I mean, I wear this. You got to wear the mask, and it is what it is. You deal with it, and
the thing is, okay. Hang on a second. The thing is, the way I look at it, people say, "Oh, I won't catch it," but the moment that you go out in public without the mask, and somebody around you goes, everybody freaks out. So if you're not going to wear a mask for yourself, wear a mask for other people. Think of somebody that you love, without a doubt, that you would lay your life on the line for, and wear a mask for that person.
Okay,
and for those people, go.
No, baby girl, I'm sorry. You go.
For those people who have an issue with a mask,
Yeah.
The next time you're in the parking lot and somebody looks at you, goes, "Hey, you're wearing a mask." Say, "Oh, really? Well, I had a fever. It was a joke that was going on. I had a fever this morning of 102, and was coughing my head off. So I thought, but if you think it's okay not to wear the mask, take the mask, watch them run, and go."
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, so this is not a funny. This is actually a true story. Okay, we've all gone to movie theaters, right? We go to walk-in movie theater when we were able to do that, and we sit down. And this is blamed on the husbands. Let's not blame it on the wives because wives don't do this. But you're sitting down, you're minding your business, you're sitting there waiting for the movie, and you gotta go. You gotta fart, right? So what would you do? Well, no, hold on a minute. So I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being really think about this one. So you're sitting there, and also you need to. So what do? You cough to cover the fart. You're like, and then
you cover the smell.
Now now what you got to do the opposite. Now you need to fart to cover the cough. So when you're about to cough, just try to blow one out as quick as you can, man. So we flipped it. So now when I'm out and about, if I whatever. If I have to cough, I'll say, okay, well, then y'all better back up 10, 20 feet now because so
there's a big cloud around you. If you have the thermal camera on you, you'd see the big cloud around you.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But, you got to find humor in this. I'm so sorry that we're losing lives. We've lost a few lives here that I've seen on Facebook, and it's no joke. It sucks. And it sucks, but we just need to we just gotta work together, man. Be smart right now. We just gotta be smart. Just try to eat a lot of beans.
Bringing that in, okay, and I'm gonna say it. We lost a nice guy, Richard Rose.
Yes.
He died of complications of COVID, and he was a good guy. He made his decisions, be it right or wrong. That was his choice. Okay. And we lost him. And he was a good part of the paranormal community. And people said he had a dark sense of humor. I didn't see that. I saw a funny man. And I didn't know him that long. So, and big sympathies go out to his family and friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100% behind you on that one. Hey, you know what else I have on here I want to show you?
Sure.
Is these pictures here. See the thermal images?
Yeah. I can see that. That's awesome.
Right, the first two is Rolling Hills. That was that shadow hallway that I was talking about right there. That's Roy going down. There's a gentle giant. And the other one is this entity groping my friend Sabrina.
It almost looks like it has a hoodie on, like some type of...
Yeah, like a... Right?
Yeah.
But it was a dark entity, and it was groping her because I was filming around the room, right, with a thermal, and she was, and it says on that thing too, it was like 104 degrees because she had a temperature all day. She was sick, off and on, so she kept going up in the room, lying down, and coming back down. But she's huge, busted girl, and she comes down with a tank top. It was hot in there, Right. So I'm filming around the room, and she goes, "Is there something on my chest?" And just as I was getting to her in the corner, I saw that. And I was like, yep.
Wow.
And I started taking pictures, before, because I didn't want to say or show it to her because that was the first time I was investigating with her.
Right.
And I'm taking pictures and I'm going, yep, it's there. And then, and then I turned the thing around and I showed it to her. And normally if someone saw that thing grabbing them, they would be startled. She goes, shoo!
No, that was it?
That's what she did. Shoo! Like this.
Did it actually?
Well, it went back, right? Because then I was, I was watching it. And it went back, and then I was like, "How dare you grope her? How dare you? Yes, I just caught you." And then it just sunk and went off into the corner and disappeared.
Wow! You got to bring her. I guess it was groping her chest, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Oh, yeah. And then I went back there again like a year later with a different group, and I had the psychic there with me, right? Chris, right?
Yeah.
Chris George, and he's channeling this guy. As he's channeling this guy, this girl Linda Figuera, who was a friend of ours, another big busted girl, was sitting right next to him. He's like going to grab her. Right away. And I was like, slapped her hands down. I'm like, don't you dare grab my guess,
Oh my God.
and It was crazy. So he was still there and grabbing people, you know.
Wow. And this is what now? You said a year ago?
That's
You said a
burned.
year?
No, that was the. I went. These were years. Oh my God, I don't know how many years ago now. But
Right.
they have that picture that they show in their little sign-in book and everything up there. That's
Sure.
Burnbrae Mansion, Glen Spey, New York.
Yeah. Wow, man. As we are, that's cool. I mean, I'm sorry that happened to your friend, but that's actually
No, I know, but to
that's just
catch it,
to catch it is huge because I mean, I just saw the pictures that you just showed, and it was just it just looked like that hoodie, and then you kind of see like little eyes.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the eyes were like creepy as hell when you're actually watching it. It's in the same room with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let
Yeah.
alone
Yeah.
grabbing your friend.
Yeah.
You
No.
know.
No. No. No.
But
Whatever happened? What's like the if I may ask, what's the not worst thing, but we can say what's the one thing that sticks in your mind as an investigator that's ever happened to you?
Rolling Hills, the first time I went there, a little girl ran through me. She ran right down the hall, up and right through me. We were in the morgue, all right, and we had two people with cameras, and all I had was a millimeter and a flashlight in my hands because there were cameras. We were in there. I heard something in the hallway. I went out into the hallway. Had one camera person with me, so I'm looking down the hall and there's a junction there's a tunnel that goes down and up and over to where the laundry area is. So I'm standing there, and then all of a sudden, the girl with the camera hears something back in the morgue and leaves and goes back into the morgue. Now I'm standing there by myself. Now so my millimeter goes 0 to up off the charts in like seconds, right? And I hear running coming down the thing. And I'm going, guys, right? And I'm freaking out. I'm like, guys, the millimeter's going up and all I got is a flashlight. Right. And then all of a sudden it's like right on me and it hits me like a ton of bricks right in the gut. My hair went poof. I could feel it. Right?
What? Okay, so why am I thinking about Mama D right now? I'm just thinking like that's.
Oh my God, that hair! Oh my God, that would have been great. But my hair was a little bit longer. It poofed. I'm screaming. I turn around. I go to run into the morgue where they are. They're coming out to meet me, and all there was crash, into each other, screaming. But oh my God, it almost knocked the wind out of me. It hit me like a ton of bricks, and it felt like a little girl. Now, if you ask Sharon, who owns the building, she's like, well, there's a little boy, that's been down around there that hangs around with Queenie down in the laundry area and such. But I'm like, no, this was definitely a little girl. You can feel it when it runs right through you like that. You know it,
Right.
But that is the thing that freaked me out the most ever. And then, it's never happened since. Anything like it was, never happened since.
Wow. That's so cool. I mean, I love stories. I just love stories.
Michael Robichaud in the chat room says, that was my first experience. A 9-year-old in Hawaii, Japanese soldier ran through me in a staircase in one of the hangars of Pearl Harbor. Wow. On the staircase.
Oh my God. See, I get chills. I get chills, thinking about the things and hearing the stories. And that's why, I love doing shows like this.
Let me ask you, okay, I only think I've ever had one thing go through me. And maybe I'm way off. I could be wrong. But the recent one that I had earlier, just was like a month ago, we're at the Union Hotel. We're inside the elevator. Did it feel, did it feel like a 9-volt battery? Did it feel like?
Yeah, a little.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what because I screamed like a girl.
I did.
I remember it.
The only time I ever screamed. I can imagine. Is this on film for you?
It's on. Yeah, it's on film. It's on.
Yeah,
it's actually on
film.
Facebook. I was in the elevator with Kara, and
I'll tag you in it.
Yeah, we were coming into the elevator, and I remember it felt like it went through my body, but it was like a 9-volt battery. And I'm not going to scream now, but I screamed like a freaking girl. I went out. No, I lost my skirt, man. All I know is I went out. I lost my man card, everything, because I went out the elevator and we slowed it down to slow-mo each shot. And they broke it down. And you can actually see something leave the elevator. So it actually went through me because I felt it. I ran out the elevator screaming. And you know what I'm doing? I panicked. I'm packing all my shit. I said, I'm done. That's it. I'm quitting the pair. I was.
Oh my God.
No, but what Kara said to me, what really sucky, her words were basically like, I was packing all my shit up and I was like, I'm out of here. She goes, what kind of paranormal investigator are you? And I'm like, oh wow, snap. You know, she was right because
My girl.
she was laughing at me. No, she's like when it happened to me, she's laughing at me, and I'm like,
I would have too. I would have said, "Get back in there," you know, because that's what I do. Get in there. You know, I kick you right back into play. You know,
I was out.
Exactly.
I was out. But
it startled the shit out of me because I never. You don't expect something like that to happen. You don't expect that feeling. It was like. Yeah, like a ton of bricks hit me too. It was like poof, you know. She just plowed right through me.
I almost said F-bomb. No, but you know that's that's why I wanted to know if it felt like, because I think that's the very first time I felt something.
That's a good way to, that's a good way to say a 9-volt battery. Yeah, when you stick the 9-volt battery in your tongue,
on your tongue.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like to me. And I tried to explain to Kara, and of course she's still laughing.
Well, you know, what happens to her.
Exactly.
You know,
and I'm taking off my body cam. I'm putting things down. I'm packing things up, and I'm like, I'm out. It's only like, you know, it's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was still early. And I was like, and then I finally slowed down. I said, fuck, sorry. I said, what just happened? And I was so screwed up.
I busted in the money jar.
Right.
My swear jar got filled up today.
Oh man, I tell you.
Okay, quick one, Michael. Yeah. Quick one, Michael Robichaud in the chat room. That was the only one that actually went through me. Yes, it was a definite electric shock, like when you put a 9-volt battery on your tongue. Scared the crap out of me.
Thank you. Okay, Michael, I love you.
And
Michael,
then first part, then it ran at him. Yeah, well, it ran. Yeah, this one was running down the hall. I don't think she meant to run through me. She was just full running mode. You know what I mean? She was running down from the thing. Maybe she was playing with the other kids. I have no idea. Running away from somebody, I have no idea. But man, you know, and then be there by myself and not have that on video. The only thing on video is us crashing, which is hilarious.
But on a very, very, very serious note, this is the first time I've asked somebody, because you brought up tonight about, you know, a spirit going through you, a girl going through you, and Michael, just thank you for your validation, Michael, because it makes me feel like, okay, then actually it's nice that you guys said it's like a 9-volt battery or a shot of electricity, and it's nice. That means that I was not exaggerating, because at that time,
the meter picked it up.
No shit.
You know what I mean? Because the meter was going, you know, so that's energy. That's energy buildup. You know, that went from 0 to off the freaking charts in no time at all, and it went through me. You know what I mean? So there's validation of it going up. However, I don't have it on a camera watching the numbers go up, but I watched it going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, and I was like yelling the numbers, and I'm like trying to get them to come back out. I'm like going, guys, you know.
Right. No, Gina, if you find time, I know you're a busy lady. If you find time, I really want you to go, and that's not like, oh, look at me crap, but really watch that video, because
I definitely want to.
I'm a total puss, man. I screamed, and you know what? Like I said, man, I lost my man card. I did.
I've heard many men screaming. Yeah, Bob got zapped by one of his pieces of equipment. A friggin' a spirit did something to one of his domes or something during filming of Ghost Detectives. I wasn't part of it then, but I was watching the episode, and he went to pick it up, and the thing like zapped him, and he threw it down. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." He's like leaving, you know, and he wants to leave too, because you know now this thing is like gonna hurt him.
Oh,
you know,
good. Then I'm not the only one.
No. You're still not the only one.
I wanted to go home, have a bowl of Fruit Loops, and just call it a night. I was done. I was done, man. But no, it's so much fun, man. It's just
look at this one too. It was 9, totally freaked him out, and then smelled burnt hair. Oh, that's neat. You know, I kind of felt like sludgy, you know, after like a.
I don't remember if I felt it. Oh, I was more embarrassed. I had my wife laughing at me, so I was like.
And he said, "And I peed a little." LOL. Well, I didn't. No, you know. I would have, if I had not just gone to the bathroom, I probably would have peed. But
but remember, when that happened to Michael, he was 9 years old.
Yeah, I was a full grown ass woman. But that's the only time really that I think I've ever screamed, you know, at anything, or wanted to get out, because I did too, because it startles you. You know, you don't think of that. But I mean, I've played at the Victorian Mansion. Like all these places Ghost Adventures has gone to, too.
Yeah.
But the Victorian Mansion in Gardner, I was going to buy that. That place was calling to me. And I was actually
Right.
talking to Edwin. I had the price down, everything. I was going to buy it, But I'm in there and I was playing hide and seek with the kids upstairs on the 3rd floor. And,
Right.
like there's a room at the top of the stairs. It's a little craft room with a long tablecloth over it. And I'd go around the room and I'd be opening the door. I'm like, are you here? And I'd open the door and peek behind, and I got the digi with me, so like I would hear little laughs, little giggles. And then I heard, got you. And then I went to the office and they said, oh, got you too. Right. And then one of our teammates came upstairs. I can't remember if it was Rebecca or Sue. I'm not sure. But we were standing in that room with the tablecloth. And I had the digi just on the table because, they were like, well, we're going to go here. We're going to do this. We want to switch. And, and I'm like, okay. Well, all of a sudden I feel like tugging on my pants, and it's like they're under the table tugging at my leg. Like, are you playing still? You know what I mean? Like, come play with me,
Wow.
like it's the kids hiding under the table. It's just, I mean, so many of the years I've been in, which is many,
Yeah.
so many very, very, very cool experiences,
Right.
and to me, it's a definite. You can't say that this shit's not going on, right?
Absolutely. It's definitely, I mean, it's definitely going on. And it's so nice that it's going on around the globe. I mean, from the UK to Australia, everybody is dealing with paranormal. That's why there's, that's why it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, the land that we all the land that we actually have our homes on and stuff, it's all, the Indians, they owned it before us. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that we don't know about. It could be anything. And it's just so much, man. There's so much out there and I love it.
Of course. And that's, again, getting right back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Know where you're going and know what you're dealing with so that you don't accidentally piss off the wrong person.
That's right.
You don't want to go in, especially if it's Native American, and piss them people off.
It's their land. It's the Native American. It's their land.
Yeah.
This is all their land.
Yeah, they'll curse you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have to be careful.
George,
You can't. Joel says hi.
Joel Myers says hi.
Hey Joel, how you doing, JM? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Yeah.
You're late. You're
And
late.
of course, he says hi to us as well.
I know.
I know. You got 5 minutes left.
No, there's
Okay,
5 minutes.
we got 5 minutes left.
If you want to not
Yeah.
stop talking, I mean, Blog Talk will end, but you can.
George, you have
keep talking.
some shows coming up. You do shows weekly. You want to promote those?
Well, the shows I do weekly now. I mean, the only ones I've been doing now is just
Okay.
nothing that I actually, the only one I did was the one last night. I'm doing with John, with a station, and all we're doing is trying to pump up Para Unity right now. When it comes to shows, I'm not really tied in with anything right now, only because there's just with us not much to talk about with the paranormal due to the virus. The only thing that we have coming on is something we already covered is we're going to New Mexico in a couple of weeks, and looking forward to that. And then next year so far, like we talked about with the Dallas Paracon. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. It's really quiet right now.
Well, you're gonna.
Oh,
Have
so you mean you're not doing this show?
What's that? What's
you're
that?
gonna end up coming up to our coast and investigate with us sometime.
I'm hoping to get more back east. I mean, that's our thing for the 2021 is just to travel, and go investigate. And that's our goal. I mean, Waverly Hills, now I won't go because you can't go, but it's like, it's we just want to get out there more, and it's nice. And we just want to investigate more.
Right.
Nothing.
Oh man.
Nothing. That's about it.
Bucket list like on a different continent or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got invited to go to the UK, but I think everybody gets invited to go to the UK. I mean, it's just, it's just a matter of getting there. It's so expensive, I mean, it's so expensive. I mean, everything's so expensive now.
I know. Sage Paracon and such. Yeah, I mean, that's like we've been asked to go there every year, and it's like you just can't do it. Plus, Bob won't get his friggin' passport. It's like you can't
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
getting mine.
Yeah, Mama.
Exactly. Maybe even Canada. I mean, I heard Canada has paranormal too, but who knows?
Yeah.
We did.
Take off.
they got-
They even made a map of the most haunted sites in Canada.
Do you
I'll
guys
find
have
it
a
for
lot?
you and share
Yeah,
it
you
with
could. Well, I know you guys have, like I talked about before. Nobody knows it. everybody that lives in Canada doesn't have a dog or a cat. They have like little penguins for their pets. They have penguins and polar bears. They live in igloos. I mean, that's just,
You said you had friends in the UK, right? So then,
I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I just, I remember, yeah, I don't know if Canada, I see Canada just having, everybody
90 seconds on that.
Sorry. Okay. I just heard everybody has penguins. I don't know.
Everybody has penguins. Well, or moose.
Or
Penguins
moose.
are moose. Yeah,
Exactly.
moose quacking around saying, take off, eh?
Exactly.
Losers.
yeah, okay.
Gosh, man. No, this was fun tonight. I had, you know what? I when these come up and it's like, I'm thinking 2 hours. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to be able to talk? But there you go.
Yeah. All right. Hang, stay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play my little exit video, and then we're gonna hang out a little bit longer, and I'll end the blog talk. Where is our exit video? There it is. I found it. Got so much.
See you later.
Thank you again for joining us for another episode of The Fox Den. We would love it if you would go over to our YouTube channel, which is The Fox Den, hosted by Gina Bankston. Please like and subscribe our channel and join us in the chat room there while we stream live every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Okay, so I'm going to end that blog talk. Thank you, George.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. I'm going to log out. And X. All right. We're still live. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube. But blog talk's done. So that's awesome. Oh. You were muted.
Oh, I was? Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, what were you saying?
Well, because
What?
I had to mute him because during the videos he doesn't get muted.
Oh, I was.
Oh,
like,
we are muted. Oh,
you did, not me.
No, during the videos he didn't get muted. He doesn't get muted.
I don't.
Because when we went to commercial break, George turns to Gary and goes, "Yeah, it's okay, I'm muted."
Yeah, and you weren't.
So I muted him.
Yeah, you had to hit the button. But we got muted. But I have to hit the thing to unmute it. But yeah.
Oh my God. No, what a bunch of what a lot. Okay, honest. It went by so quickly. I mean, I always say when people like 2 hours. Oh my God, I don't know what to talk about. But it goes by. It goes by so quickly. 2 hours. It just flies by, and you're like, wait, I still want to talk about this, or maybe we could talk about that. But wow. That's
Sometimes I'm telling you, like we were talking about at the beginning. Sometimes 2 hours is like pulling teeth, and sometimes it's just bang bang gone.
I hope it was a good. I hope that you.
I loved having you on here. I loved being able to talk about this stuff. This was great.
I hope that. How is your now? You guys rely on numbers and stuff like that. You have to for your show, right? Was everything okay?
Not really.
I don't.
The numbers were great. If you got to go to the numbers, we look at the numbers at the end of the show, really. But we had at the highest watching live, we had 17. But good. I mean, we focus on one person.
That's good.
I get 20
exactly.
Who do you guys have?
We focus at. We have Cassie Pig.
Nice. Now you guys been going at this now. How long you guys been teaming up like this for like a couple
Gina's
of months
been
now?
doing it for a long time.
Well, I know.
Gina's been doing it for like ever.
I know. She's like the godmother. It's like they have the Godfather. It's like
the Godfather was my partner at the Chris George. He's the Godfather of psychic mediums.
The Godfather
my partner, and then I took over.
That's awesome. I mean, don't you get tired? I mean, because I know you've been doing it for a while. I see you all the time jumping on that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? People would think for a while there was kind of a slump on getting some guests, but right now I'm booking in January.
Wow. Now I love your home. I've seen your home many times. I love your home. I mean, it seems like is it an older home?
Oh hell yeah.
It is 1800s. What do we got? 1800s.
Yep.
And it's haunted.
and it's haunted.
No shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah.
Would-
Oh my God! I just the other day walking out of my office is the stairs. Like I got really high ceilings. You know, like
Mhm.
9'6" ceilings. You know,
Shit.
and so it's like 16 steps between each floors. You know, it's a big house
Shit.
and there's 3 floors. So you go
Right.
up to the attic and there's an old man up in the attic, Stanley. That's his room. That's his domain. He's good as
Yeah.
long as he has his book. All right.
Right.
But I saw a kid. Now, lately, there's been a little boy in the house. Bob saw him downstairs sitting on the couch. I forgot that he even told me about it. And I'm like,
Right.
I'm going to walk out, and I look up, and I just saw the knees, like from actually like the waist down and the knees sitting on the steps.
Right.
And I'm
right.
like, oh. I went downstairs and told Bob, I'm like, there's a kid sitting on the steps. And he's
Right.
like,
Oh my God.
you know, and it was definitely a boy. You know, it's like had the shorts on and stuff, but I couldn't see the face. But you know, like if it was a little girl, maybe it would have been a dress or something.
Right.
You would have known as a girl, but it was a little boy legs. And he's like, I saw a little boy on the couch downstairs. You know, so now I
Right.
don't know who this little boy is and why he's doing here now. But
Well,
usually there's a woman and the man, and then the lady, the man lived here. He died here.
Oh wow.
And then the mother, you know, his wife, right? So the kid, I bought the house off of their kid, okay, because she went into a nursing home. So, you know, she ended up passing away, a few months, maybe, how long ago now? Maybe 4 months, 5 months ago now.
Mm-hmm.
But my neighbor came over to me because he knows we do the paranormal. He goes,
Yeah.
let me ask you something. Have you noticed anything going on more in your house lately? And I said, well, my sunroom, I'm like constantly seeing the shadow going by, you know, so I'm telling him about that. And he goes, well, Dottie just passed away, and that was her favorite room in the house.
Shut the fuck. Oops.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
It's all right.
Shut the front door.
Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
That's okay. We don't. Gina drops enough f-bombs, so don't worry about it. My ears are all sick
I'm
for
worried.
life now.
No, it's
I'm sorry.
I love that word. I don't know why, but you know, you said something that you know you sense things and such. I've never asked anybody this. This is the first time I've never asked any. Do you smell the eggs? Do you smell eggs?
Yes, when you said that, I was like, yeah, I've smelled that. And that's a thing to be leery of. You know what I mean? That's
weird.
usually something that's not good.
That's because I mean it when it does happen, you're right. I smell like it just smells like and I've never said that out loud to anybody because nobody seems. I mean, how do you say it? Yeah, do you guys? I mean, who do you talk to about it?
Well, we've had all kinds of smells. I mean, I've had that rotten egg smell, that foul like sewer smell, cigar smell, cigarette smell. You know, it depends where you are. Like in Hillview, we walked into one of the rooms and there was like this god awful perfume smell. You know, you'll smell flowers in places. I mean, it's how keen your senses are.
Right. Now, have you ever? Let me ask you this, please. Is you have all these abilities and these gifts? Did you ever go through anything like with, if I may ask, cancer or anything like that? Have you ever had anything like that?
No, well,
I'm sorry to ask.
Obvious of things. No, I didn't go through cancer or anything like that, but I had a broken collarbone, and when that happened, I was actually well under the influence. And when I went to the hospital, they shot me with Demerol, and then they gave me Percocets, which I took a whole bunch of Percocets. And then I went home and I tried to take a shower, and my shower got really cold, and I started shivering, and it knocked it out. So I took more Percocets. So not intentionally, but I was ODing, and I was dying. And I was like, don't touch me. I just put the towel on me, and I went and I laid on my couch, and then I just was going. I was floating down the hallway, you know, at my parents' house. You know, I'm walking down the hall. Well, at first it was kind of jerky, and I'm going, and then it was just like I had no feet. You know what I mean? Like I was just drifting, and then I'd stop, and then I'd drift, and I'd stop, and I'd get to like my brother's door, and I'd see the bathroom door, and my parents' door was straight ahead. And then all of a sudden, I see things, and my bedroom was right next to it. I start seeing things floating by me. Right? Trying to grab the things, they're disappearing. And I'm like going, what is this? You know, I'm like, it felt like all like a dream. And then I'd scoot down a little bit more, and these things were getting more vibrant. And I recognize these things from my room as a child, you know what I mean? And a teenager. And my stereo even went by me. And I'm like,
what the hell?
Yeah, right? I'm like, this is nuts. And then I'm going, all right, I gotta, it's kind of hit me like I got to get to my mother's door, and I'm like, she's in there. I got to wake her up, and she's going to help me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like my goal. So now I'm still trying to grab these things. Then all of a sudden I move more. I can grab things. Now I'm trying to throw them at the door because I can't speak. Nothing is coming out.
Right.
And I'm throwing the things at the door. They're disappearing before they hit the door. I'm like freaking out, going, what the hell? You know, and I'm like, what is going on? It wasn't dawning on me. And then I got a little further. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm dying. And I'm like, I don't want to die. You know, I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to die. And I was starting to panic. And I'm trying to say it. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And then all of a sudden I screamed it, and it actually came out. I don't want to die. And then I got slammed. You know, I was already laying on the couch, but I got slammed into the couch. So I must have been out of my body. I don't know, coming back into the body or whatever.
Yeah.
Soaked. I was like soaked head to toe, sweat. And then from that moment on, I'm like connected. You know what I mean? That was that close.
That makes sense. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out to this day is why I don't like running around saying to everybody, oh yeah, I have this, I have that. I don't like doing that, but I don't understand it still. It's so confusing to me because it's not like all the time. It's definitely not all the time. But when it's like, when it does happen, it's really confusing for me. And I don't know how to explain, like you said, like I'll smell something, I'll hear something, I'll feel something. And I see more than I do hear or smell. I see more. And that's why my only answer I have for myself, and it makes me feel okay, is I always blame it on the grand mal seizures. I just seem to think it's all based upon when I had those seizures. And I haven't had any in so many years, but I do believe.
Well, it changed something. Yeah, it changed something in you.
Something happened, and Kara runs around the house all the time. Oh, you have abilities. You have this, and I argue with her, not fighting, but I argue with her. I said, no, I don't. And then the other day, I said, hey, it's really weird. I think this person's going to call us, and I haven't talked to this person ever in like 5 years. I shit you not. This person came into my circle yesterday, and I told her a day prior about it, and I haven't spoken to them in 5 years. Okay,
this is okay. You have no abilities. Yeah, okay, what do you call that?
That's what I'm saying, though. That's yeah. I argue with it because I argue with it.
Well, you know what? And shut up and accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you.
You'll get over it. You'll learn more about it the second you accept it.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because I was doing the same thing because I like equipment. I like going in there. I don't want to just depend on me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I like the equipment now. I know how to use it a lot better to validate what it is that you are seeing, feeling, and hearing by yourself.
It's weird. And it's not, I'm not trying to, I shit you not. I'm not trying to a lot of paranormal investigators or whatever, people run around, they say they have this. I'm the opposite. I'm afraid of it because I've lost a lot of friends in my circle that live near me when we go paranormal investigating and please don't take this wrong. I don't like this word, but the only word I can use is for this to understand is I'll outshine them. And I don't mean it rude. It's just because I'll pick up on stuff and they're mad because I'm able to pick up on that, or I write it down, I put it in an envelope, and here's my validation, or whatever it may be. But I've lost a lot of friends because they get so mad at me because
I know.
They get mad.
Well, that shouldn't be. I mean, because you're trying. What, Mama?
George?
Yes, dear.
Okay, when people are around you, when other people call you, go, George, so-and-so isn't hanging out with me anymore. Why? What's wrong? And you usually, with my little inspirational little dude, say, well, they're not meant to be around you forever. Right. They're there for a purpose and a time. So everybody who has left you, okay, is not because they might be angry, be upset because you've outshone them. And it's not because you do it on purpose. It's just what's happening. You just have to learn to accept it. But they're there for you to teach you a lesson. Exactly. And they're there for them to teach you a lesson, or you to teach them a lesson. It doesn't matter. You may not understand it at the moment, but it's shut up and accept it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'll have Kara smack you every morning.
The thing is you make a team with it. You work together with it. You use your abilities, they use their abilities. No psychics are the same. No two psychics are the same. No two empaths are the same. No two anybody is the same. No two paranormal investigators are the same. You know, that's the thing. But do they all get evidence? Do they all get something happening? Yes. In the world, is everybody a carpenter? No.
No. Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
So,
Yeah.
all right, in the paranormal, not everyone has the same gifts, and even if they do, it's a little different. You know, it's
Right.
whatever, however it hit you, or however you choose to develop it, because you can certainly develop it. You can go to classes to develop things that you
Right.
understand more.
Right.
Well, why am I seeing this? Why is this happening over here? Why is this coming in over here? You know,
Right.
how is it coming in? You know,
Right.
and you can develop all those things easy enough.
It's kind of like you said, you know, it's the more you practice, I guess, or the more you try to just accept it, maybe it'll be a little bit more stronger for me, you know, to just accept it. Like Mama D was saying, just accept it. And Kara says always just accept it, but I'm always afraid to accept it because I get kind of freaked out by some of the stuff I may see or whatever.
Of
But
course.
write it, like Gina said earlier, write it down.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. I write shit down. I write it in an envelope and I seal it. I seal it, you know, because it's really weird, man. It's really weird. It's like a two-blade. What do they say? It's a double-edged sword. Absolutely, it is, because
I know
that's how I feel, because I've like a lot of people that, you know, like I said earlier, this field is filled with so much egos that, you know, everybody wants to be on top, you know, and it's just instead of just
or they'll help you get up top, and then as soon as you get up there, they want to tear you down.
And no, that's exactly it, and that's what happens.
No,
you're absolutely right, and that's what happens. They just want to. All of a sudden, you start doing something. They're just like, "Oh, well, now we're going to bring you down."
You know what? There's room on the top for everybody. Hello, you know what I mean? Everybody can succeed. That's good. You know, everybody. I mean, it's not a competition. You know what I mean? It's not.
I had a big argument with somebody in the UK 2 years ago, but they wanted to give out trophies to people.
Yeah. You know, Kadrosha, Cece, the queen of the paranormal. She wanted to do that too. She's like, "Oh, I got an award. I got awarded for, you know, blah blah blah." And it's like, well, from who?
Trophies don't, and I don't mean it rude.
How do you get a trophy for the paranormal?
Why would you get a trophy for what is that? That you know what that turns into? That turns into people maybe lying about exaggerating stuff, or just basically it turns into that evil word competition, and it's not a competition. That's what people. That's it's sad. But my battery just went down now to 4%, so I'm going to lose you guys. Man.
So we're gonna go.
Okay.
Love you.
Hey,
wait.
All right.
Thank you to both you guys. I mean, you gave me an opportunity today to be with you guys. I 100% enjoyed it. I think you both are lovely, lovely ladies. And, you know, I think you're both beautiful inside and out. I just think you guys are the world. I watch you guys whenever I can, you know, sit down for 2 hours. But you guys are on the right path. You both are very, very beautiful. And, you know, at the same time, you both are doing what you're supposed to be doing together. You guys do it well. So
Thanks. I know it was so cool how we got together too. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, I had her on my show before. She had us on her show, and then I was like,
I think I do his twice.
Oh, you really should just be my co-host.
You know, wait a second. I see people. Are people listening to us?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know that. I just
told you. She just said we're still live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep. And it's still, and this will be all the audio that goes up on Anchor.
Oh wow.
That will go out to 8 more venues.
Oh shit. I just saw Becky pop in. I'm like, wait a second. Are we? And I see the red thing.
We have 7 people.
Listen to my bullshit. Shit.
This is the best part of the show, when you don't think that people are listening and you are honest. And this is what people will get, that you didn't think that you're not putting on a show. You just figured it's just the 3 of us and it's a conversation. And that's the most honest side of you. And if people think otherwise, come and see me.
Wow.
Right? So there's the real George, and he is what he is. You know?
Oh my God, man!
He's the man in the paranormal.
No, you're not. No, don't be embarrassed.
Because I just got done telling people like just what I just said. You know, it's like, oh,
good.
Shit. Oh shit.
That's fine.
No, that's wonderful.
Oh, fuck.
Becky says,
love you, George.
I love Becky. Becky's cool. Becky's doing a great job with her makeup. I've been watching Becky for a minute. She's been doing her Avon makeup. She sells makeup, and she goes on live and she puts herself all beautiful up, and she goes step by step by step. It's actually really cool to watch.
We should make Becky do a George makeover.
What?
That's funny.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not called Avon. It's called Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Sorry about that.
Oh, cool.
I think
Okay.
that would.
Yeah, my producer Tiffany, she does Midnight Beauties. Her and Melissa Ann, they do all kinds of makeup
Yeah.
stuff.
Makeovers.
Yeah,
you know,
and different palettes and trying makeup and everything. I'm like, maybe
I
that's
watch
cool.
it. I watch the girls do makeup. I'll sit there and I'll comment, and I'll be like a guy commenting, like, yeah, I like to watch. It's art. It's art.
Oh, you put it up. Sorry.
It's art.
There it is. Pharmacy. Farmasi. Pharmacy.
Thank you, Becky.
Oh, that's
Sorry
cool.
about that.
I'll have to look
Sorry
that
about
up.
that. It's pretty cool stuff. But I have my own men's line. I use eye stuff for wrinkles. I do whatever I need to do.
Wrinkles?
Yeah.
To get those curl things. I use.
Yeah.
I do it. I put stuff on.
L'Oreal wrinkle cream, wrinkle defense every day.
We're all
Preparation H.
Well, that works really well. I just found out that does a lot even more than for just wrinkles. There was something else about closing your pores or something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I guess it's really good for your face.
I do whatever it takes.
It's nice, smooth cheeks either way.
Right?
And then if you really need it, you got some.
Oh shit, man! All right, well, I'm gonna lose you.
We're
guys
going
now.
south.
I didn't
Love
know
you.
were live. I love you guys.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks for
George.
having me.
Really.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
All right. Bye. All right. Hold on. I'm going to end. All right. Bye, guys.